Welcome to the stage where hearts unfold in the morning glow, stories untold. Let's paint with words, a masterpiece of art where dialogues bloom, igniting in every heart. Let's tap into the ocean of thoughts where waves of healing gently salt. Let's paint with words, a masterpiece of art where dialogues bloom, igniting every heart. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. A symphony of voices, harmonizing the air, echoing truth, banishing despair. Let's sow seeds of unity, watch them grow in this garden of hope under the morning glow. Let's bridge the gaps, erase the line in the tapestry of hearts. Let love shine with every word, a step we take towards a brighter dawn for all our sake. Welcome to the morning glow, where dreams take flight in this realm of possibilities. Let's unite, together we stand, hand in hand, healing the nation across the land. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch, in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch, in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. Let's symphony of voices, harmonizing the air, echoing truth, banishing despair.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Got a great broadcast lineup for you this morning, as I hope and I pray that we always do. I'm not important, just a question asker. My name is Raheem Azmi out of Atlanta, Georgia, but I got my brother from another mother, but we got the same father. This is Badger. Good morning, Badger. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. It's another beautiful and blessed day, Bob.
Yes, why I tell you about that, man? My name Raheem, man. My name Raheem. Come on. But listen, Badger, I want to ask you this question, though, Badger.
Uh-huh.
We spoke a little bit about it before we went on air. The government is supposed to be back up and running. The government is supposed to be back up and running. How do
we
how do
shall
you feel? How do you feel about that, Badger?
we shall see. I'm
Yeah.
also very curious of all these behind closed door agreements.
Mm-hmm. You think there's some shady mess going on?
Man, it's our government. When isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, let's just be real.
Mm-hmm. You don't trust neither side.
Uh-uh.
Mm.
Nope.
Do you trust one side more than the other, or they pretty they pretty much on the same playing field in
Pretty
regards?
much on the same playing field for me.
Wow,
I
wow,
mean, at one point, Democrats didn't want black people to be free.
yeah,
Republicans did. Then they
mm-hmm,
switched.
mm-hmm,
So is one pretending to be the other or something?
mm,
Or they just want? Are they just throwing up another facade?
wow,
Like I've seen Democrat during a Democratic Party rule per se, where they have more numbers.
mm-hmm,
I have seen more things that give the illusion that there's more benefit to the people and all types of things of that nature. you know, um, but then other things go up or cost us more and to get access to that stuff.
mm-hmm,
Yet there's no accountability when it comes to making sure the money actually goes where it goes, especially in the local areas.
yeah,
And then we have on the other side, I've seen where they decrease the taxes for the rich and slightly increase the taxes for the poor, and food prices and other things go down.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
You mean
like
they go down under the Republican Party or under the
I,
Democratic
I,
Party?
I've seen them go down more often in in the Republican Party than the Democratic.
Wow.
So it's like here's some of these things that are lower during this time, but here's the consequences, and then vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
So, but as far as Medicare or like health care, Democratic Party's better, 100%.
Do you think that both of them have some good and some bad tied into them?
And most folks don't like it when I say things like that. They think, so that's just me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, my thing is, man, is just say how you feel. That's all I want. Just say what you feel, and I appreciate and respect the fact that that you're voicing your opinion. You don't have to agree with nobody. Just certainly
Mm.
not me or anybody else. But my thing is, what how do you see it?
I
How do you?
feel it takes both.
Mm-hmm.
And the bigger factor out of all of it is you have to keep greed in check.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just at period. At the end of the day, greed has to be kept in check.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to make sure people are accountable, making sure that they're not just air quotes, just blowing money away on printing out papers. Like I don't know how many times I've told you guys that during one of the committee hearings that I went to, $300,000 to print out pieces of paper just to go. Kids need sensory rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Like what?
Yeah. Yeah.
How much?
Mm-hmm.
I have a printer in my house that can probably print that many
Exactly.
for less than that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you're gonna pay someone $300,000 to hand them out? I want that job.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like it doesn't compute to my brain.
Are both sides badger? And I'm gonna ask you the question: Are both, in your estimation, from what you see and from your experiences? Let me ask the question like that: Is both sides really thieves, just dressed up as something else?
Boy, that.
Because to be greedy, a lot of times, there's finance, there's money that's being stolen in one way or another.
Yeah,
So, do you think both sides are just really thieves, just dressed up as the opposition to the other, but both are thieves?
yeah, I do. I
Wow.
mean, when the upcharge on things, like when you get a driveway done at your house, right?
Hmm.
Or you're wanting some long setup versus what it costs to get a driveway for a city building.
Yeah.
What makes it so different? To
Hmm.
that high of a degree?
Mm.
Why would it go from like, I don't know, 10 grand to 100 grand?
Is
What,
and
like,
go ahead.
there is so many examples of inflated prices when it comes to buildings and different stuff like that.
Hmm.
Like one time I got bored, and you know what happens when I get bored?
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Hmm.
I actually started calling companies and stuff and was curious about playgrounds because we're getting some done in our local area,
Hmm.
and even people that make baseball fields.
Oh, what'd you come up with?
They said it was going to cost about 7 billion
7 billion.
after, yeah, to do a no. This is what the city told us, the people. It's going to cost about 7 billion to get some baseball fields. Um, Now the splash pad, if they actually do a splash pad, that is probably the that's a little up there.
Hmm.
That's a lot of work. But the playground and all that kind of stuff, and then a walk path
Mm-hmm.
versus the places I called, dude, it was like half that price
Wow.
from me calling as a citizen. And I'm going, why can't y'all use all this other? Well, the government says we can only use these people.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, the government dictates
Yeah.
who you can spend it on, which means those people can charge whatever they want. And I literally had them tell me yes.
Mm. Wow.
Even if they don't agree with it, if that's all they have available and they're wanting to better the community by, you know, fixing the parks or whatever, they have to go with who the state or the government says.
So it's a
They
racket.
don't. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And both sides do it. You remember Public Citizen?
Yes.
Me and him talked about it and stuff. So I've looked at stuff in California. They do it there too, and that's a
Oh yeah. Oh
Democratic
yeah.
state.
Oh yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, you're choosing higher taxes for better health care per se over lower taxes and worse health care.
Mm-hmm.
But your tax money still really isn't used correctly or accounted for. They just do whatever they want with it. And
Mm-hmm.
here we are just twiddling our thumbs fighting like we're I heard someone call in. Hold on.
Yeah. No, no, no. There was Eric. Eric just came in. Good morning, Eric. How you doing this morning? Can't hear you, brother. Can't hear you.
Hey,
There
good
you
morning. What a nice day.
having a great day. Having a great day. We're talking about politics. You know, the government shutdown supposed to have ended last night. And
Yes.
Badger is saying that you know, all this hoopla that's going on right now, one side ain't no better than the other. Say Democrat, Republican, whatever it is, one side ain't no better than the other. Both they both just crooked. They're both just basically thieves dressed up to be the opposition to the other. Do you agree with that?
Well, I can say this. It's just a distraction for them doing what they really want to do. So I learned a while back, man, like Badger said, these people don't care about us.
Mm-hmm.
And we put these people in position because of our own feelings of what hardship we having. And they sell a good line, a good story to us that pertaining to what we going through. And once they get in there, they change the whole scenario around. So,
Yeah.
man, I don't focus on politics anymore. Because at the end of the day, I'm responsible for my household. I have to get out there and make sure my bills is paid. You know, regardless what the situation is, and I put God first. God is my politician, so that's what I focus on. You know, I know what's going on. It will hurt us, but at the same time, God is He's the provider. Just like when I started my business, bro. For example, I started my business when COVID hit. My company lost a big cut. The company I work for lost a big contract with Google Fiber. But thank God I had start my own business. But at the same time, during COVID, you know, it's just the same. Just like almost now during COVID, I was able to survive because I put God first and I had faith.
Yeah.
Now on the flip, you know, if everybody mindset isn't like that, you know, of course they're gonna have the point of view what some people have. So mine is different. I just I don't depend on that, you know, because at the end of the day, I'm responsible for me and my family. Because the
Mm-hmm.
government ain't for me. So I answer that the way you guys want me.
Got you. Got you. Got you. Okay, they say you're breaking up a little bit. They say you couldn't hear you're breaking up a little bit, but we'll work it out. I think it's because of the fact that you're mobile right now. I think it's because you're mobile. Tucson, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning? Tucson, you there?
Yeah, let me find my mute button.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. We're talking about the government shutdown supposedly ended last night while everybody was asleep. Ain't that something? But and Badger was saying it, and Eric was pretty much saying, Eric said he don't depend on the government too much at all anyway. But Badger was saying that both sides are really corrupt. Both sides are thieves, and they're just dressed up as opposition to the other, but they're both of them are crooked. Democrat, Republican, whatever it is, they're both crooked. Do you agree with that? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
He
playing
is
games
really low.
while the people
Hey, Tucson,
suffer.
hey, Tucson, you're very low, brother. You're very low. They said they can't hear you.
All right, can you hear me now?
Oh, there you go, man. Much better. I don't know what you just did,
I
but
ain't
keep
gonna be
doing.
able to do it long,
Okay.
but
Okay.
it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
No, they could have been done it. They playing games while the people suffer.
Mm-hmm.
Republican, Democrat, all the politicians, every one of them.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a politician, you too. I don't mean no harm. Not all of them, but I meant what I just said. Because we elect folks, and you mean to tell me that we wasting our time electing folks? They can't even get in the room.
Mm.
What kind of mess is that?
Wow.
And the laws, judges, and all of them are upholding this foolishness. While some of them working for free. It's stupid. This doesn't make no sense. I gotta get out of here. But well, here we are trying to figure out what people we elect is doing. That don't make no sense. Why are we doing that? If I hire somebody to do a job and they don't do it, that's it for them. You can't sit at home and get paid when you're supposed to be on the job. That don't make no sense. And then when it's all said and done, you get a raise, a $30,000 raise. How about that? And then we got to pay you for the rest of your life. All you got to do is a term. That's stupid. It's been stupid. I don't care who they are. What kind of foolishness is this government, this whole political realm? What kind of foolishness we've been going through for years? All you got to do is come together and resolve. Y'all ain't got enough sense to do that,
Mm.
and you're getting paid regardless. Who do that? And while there are people right now, whether it's right or wrong, they're incarcerated and they don't even know why, for trying to make a living because you don't like it. It's stupid. So I can talk all day on this one, but I'm not. You didn't tick me off already this morning. That's why I don't like to talk about politics, because it's stupid.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. And for Mississippi, good morning. We got quite a few people that called in. Please hold on. I'm gonna get to each and every one of you. I promise I will. And for Mississippi, good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, great morning, God morning to everybody.
And they're saying that everybody is saying that, talking about the shutdown ended, supposedly ended last night while everyone was asleep. And they're saying that the government is just corrupt. No matter whether it's Democrat or Republican, they're saying that they're both the same. They're just all thieves. One just dressed up as opposition to the other, but they're both in the same mission. Neither one, and Badger said very emphatically that neither one ain't no one better than the other. Do you agree with that? Democratic or Republicans, neither
I
one of them
don't
is better
agree
than.
with that.
Huh?
No,
You say you don't?
I do not agree with that. What I hate about what happened last night was they allowed Donald Trump to starve people and have his way. They bow down to him rather than standing up to him. They supposed to represent the people, but they allowed a felon rapist criminal to starve Americans, and rather than standing up and holding the line, they bowed down. And in the midst of them bowing down to him, he goes right in the middle of the night and pardoned Rudy Giuliani and other members of that was prosecuted for the 2020 election. So while they bowing down over at the Senate, over at the Capitol, he over here pardoning other criminals. The Democrats should have never bowed down to Trump. They should have stood up to him and let this thing ride out. But the people of America, the one great thing about this, people are seeing that Trump cares about nobody but himself. Why it took them this long to see that, I don't know. Many people were in the food lines on Saturday. There was the military in Tennessee in the food lines. The military that fight for our country was in the food lines. Friday, there were people in, I think, Chicago, long food lines while it was raining. So the only good thing about this, they are seeing this demon for who he really is. But I'm not happy about the Democrats bowing at all. I'm not. They should have stood up. This demon, this racist criminal demon, have never ever been told no. And when he's told no, he makes everybody around him suffer. All this right here come from one thing: the Epstein files. He's making all this noise over here right here to take people's mind off. He was the number one person that visited Epstein and that raped children, that met his wife through Epstein. That's how she got up here through the Epstein thing, and that's what all the noise is about. He want to make a huge distraction to keep people's mind off that Epstein thing, and he'll do what he got to do to keep your mind off of it. If he got to burn the whole country down, he don't mind doing that to keep your mind off who he really is. He's a rapist. He's a pedophile, and the people around him is fighting hard to protect that pedophile name. They want to protect the world from seeing him as a pedophile. He's ignorant. Look how he went to that stadium yesterday, and rather than reading this thing the way it's supposed to be read, he just started reading it and just go in a whole different direction. But people's like, what are you talking about? And they was booing him like crazy. The country is waking up, and people know who he is. People are finally waking up, Republican and Democrat. But like I said earlier, I don't like the fact that the Democrats bowing down. So now you still let him know if you do what you want to do and hold the line, eventually you're going to bow down. To hell with that. Stand up to him. If people got to, go hungry for a moment, okay, God will make a way. Food banks out here, But rather than bowing down to him, they should have stood their line. They should have stood on their principles and show him that he's not going to bully them. So now that they bow down, he's going to bully them the whole while he's in office.
Wow. 508-924-3521, 508-924-3521. Give us a call. What do you think about this? The shutdown is over. Supposedly the shutdown is over. They came to a compromise. But who compromised? Who compromised? And what was lost? In the course of that compromise, what was lost? We're talking about the Democratic and the Republican Party. And it's been said that one side ain't no better than the other. It's just all thieves dressed up to one to represent opposition to the other. What do you say to that? Rico, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Happy to see another beautiful day of life, man. How everybody doing today?
Hey, doing good, doing good. The shutdown is over, brother. They say they ended it last night. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Or did one side bow down, like Annie was just saying, one side bow down to the other side? What do you think happened?
Well, I ain't fixing to make a guess. I figure maybe the Republicans did some compromising. Maybe they did give up something. If they gave up something, that would be a good thing.
You said the Republicans?
If the Republicans, say it again.
You said the Republicans gave up something. You think?
Yeah, for a compromise.
Nope.
I didn't say they did. I
Nope.
said if they did.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
If they gave up something, then that's a good thing, you know what I'm saying? Because that means the Democrats got something for them to agree to it. Now, if the Republicans didn't give up something and the Democrats just folded, then, you know, it just goes to show you that from now on, they'll be bullied. From this point forward, the Republicans will never compromise. They'll always stand their ground and push what they want. But they've been doing that anyway. I mean, you know, Trump ain't been abiding by court order. You know, both sides have been some SOBs when it comes to us because, I mean, you know, we used to be the second largest minority, but now we like the fourth, you know. We ain't winning over here. We fighting the same fight, man. Some people not fighting because they caught up in the illusion of the American dream, but a lot of black people fighting the same fight. They trying to get out of prison for wrongful convictions. They trying to fight over prosecution, over sentencing, poverty, school to prison pipeline. Black people going through it. And I'm observing everything, man, like I have my whole life through both political parties, through my existence. And I realized today is Veterans Day, and I'm going to see a lot of proud black people saluting, showing their colors and showing their suits and their uniforms, proud to serve this country. How you feel? Got any complaints? Is this what you fought for? I would be pretty, I would say I would be pretty confused right now if I was a former vet. I expect a lot of black veterans to proudly show that they served this country today.
Wow.
Whose country?
Yeah. Wow. 508.
Any complaints?
I'm sure there's plenty.
Black man.
508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Cassandra Alexander Green. Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Good morning.
Cassandra, how do you see this thing, man? The shutdown ended in the dark of the night last night. The shutdown ended. Who compromised? Who gave up something? Who folded? Because it's been said that a Democratic and a Republican Party ain't no better than the other. One ain't no better than the other. Both are just a lot of thieves dressed up to represent the opposition of the other. But what do you think happened last night?
No, I don't. First of all, the shutdown is not over. It's not over. It just got that passage in the Senate. It still has to go to the House. It still has to be debated, and then it has to be signed by Trump. So it's not over, but there is a passageway now because 8 Democrats went along and drank the Kool-Aid. I totally disagree that both sides are the same. How could just saying that doesn't even make any doggone sense. Just saying that. They're not both the same. One is trying to stand for the poor, seniors, veterans, the homeless, and the other don't give a damn. I mean, how do you come? I'm done.
Wow. Captain Leonard, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Raheem and the Morning Glow family.
And we starting off pretty pretty shaky this morning. But what do you say to that, Leonard? Do you agree or disagree that both sides are the same? They're just both.
That's foolishness.
Huh?
That's foolishness.
Why you say?
Because that don't make sense. It don't make sense based on the facts and the evidence. If you've ever looked at the party's platforms and what they're there for and their agenda items, you would know very clearly that they're not the same.
But it's been said that both of them are just thieves dressed up as opposition to the other. Both of them are thieves. Both of them are stealing. Both
because
of them.
That's how people feel. That's how people feel. But where are your receipts? Where's your evidence?
Mhm.
Or are you just under the notion that everybody who's a politician is a thief? See, that type of thinking clouds proper judgment. So therefore, your assessments may be also off. And you're not the person that's going to come up with the solution.
Wow.
Problem solving is a strategy. It's a technique. And it's not based in giving up and feelings and emotions. It's based on pathways to success. Negotiations don't happen between people that agree on everything. If everybody agreed with everybody, there'd be no reason for elections or anything, would there?
Now, what side, and I know what your answer is, but I'm asking for the sake of the listeners, which side do you think is better for the people?
The Democratic side.
What make them so much better?
Because there's more benefits and packages that support the mass number of Americans, as opposed to those with the criteria of wealth. Or the ability to pay. So we're not even going to call it wealth or riches, the ability to pay. Because you may be able to pay once, but I bet you can't pay twice.
Hey, Badger, you said something about the Democratic Party was the ones that wanted to keep slavery or something to that effect. Didn't you say that, Badger?
Oh, that was a long time ago, and then they switched.
Okay. And so they flip-flop. So Badger, what do you think about that, man? Do you think both sides are the same? I mean, that's what you said earlier, right?
In the grand scheme of things, I've always had that opinion.
So you don't think the Democrats are no better than the Republicans? Or Republicans no better than the Democrats?
Well, it was like I said earlier before everyone, started to hop on. Them, if we're looking at healthcare and policies for healthcare for the overall people and things of that nature, when the Democrats are there, they're the ones that do that for the people. But expect taxes to go up and other things in your life to be affected.
Okay.
When the Republicans are in, expect your health care and SNAP and all that kind of stuff to be affected, and a decrease in other areas.
So you sincerely think that both sides are just thieves, and they just dressed up in different outfits, different costumes?
I think the majority of them are.
Okay. Frank Lowe, go ahead. Finish your thought.
It's like the way I was explaining it earlier. When I started digging down into why does it cost so much to do this or to make sure this is happening, the more meetings, the more involved I got. These are patterns I see. When they're told that they can only use one of two companies because that's what the government says, to build parks, to build a new hospital, to build whatever it may be. It's a racket.
Good. Hey, Badger, stay right there for a second. It's 7:47. I gotta do my Cassandra got to do her segment. Hot topic of the day. Cassandra Alexander Green, hot topic of the day. And once you do that, I'm gonna go to the rest of y'all. I'm gonna ask y'all the same question that we asked, and then we're gonna continue the broadcast. But Cassandra, hot topic of the day. What is the hot topic of the day, Cassandra?
The hot topic of the day for that I chose is the pardoning. He always do things late at night in the dark. That's how you know he's wicked and evil. The pardoning of Giuliani and all of these people that participated in fighting and trying to evade the 2020 confirmation of the election. That's how you know how dirty, just low down this man is. He is wicked. In the middle of the night, he's signing crap that releases his friends and not friends because he ain't got no dang friends, but people who continue to side with him in his mess, including trying to take over the 2020 election, overturn the 2020 election. So last night, he literally signed pardons for all of these people.
Mm-hmm.
What
Wow.
kind of mess is that?
Mm-hmm. Dirty.
But that's what we're living with right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just dirty.
So, Cassandra, is America in a horrible place right now?
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Mm-hmm.
People don't give a darn about people eating, people having a roof over their head. Nothing. None of that matters. This is not about what people need, the majority of the people need. This is about what is going to soothe the wealthy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow.
You think Donald Trump or any of his cabinet are concerned about what their grandchildren are going to eat tonight?
No, not at all.
Do you think if one of their grandchildren got hurt, broke a leg playing ball or something, do you think they're wondering about who's going to pay the doctor bill?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Come on, y'all. This thing is bigger than just Republican and Democrat. This is right and wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Suffering and not suffering needlessly.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Come on, y'all. Y'all
Yeah.
do better. Do better.
Exactly. That's good. That's good. Anybody want to comment on that real quickly before we continue?
I just want
Man, I
to
love
say,
it.
what's Friday?
Friday. Good morning,
Okay.
young lady. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. How you doing?
Hey, doing well. Doing well. Talk to me.
Well, I just wanted to say, it is disheartening watching this process happen as a 14 plus year service member, retired. I'm just like, it is, but I also don't feel like ashamed of serving, because I think that allows me to have a particular view and stake in the game. I knew what America was when I joined the serve.
Mm-hmm.
Were there personal benefits that I was looking for? Yeah. And did I get them? Yeah. They take them, it's the risk. But at the end of the day, it's harder for me to stay in the fight from that place if I didn't serve in the first place. So I don't agree, and I cannot agree with the fact that how they're handling business. I think that as far as like the parties are concerned, the people, the parties and the viewpoints are different. But there are people who will have a Republican mindset, if you would, heart, if you would, for the things that they have on their platform, and run Democrat just to get a win, because they're more concerned about getting a win and being that opposition. But then sometimes maybe Democrats need to do that too, so they can be able to turn the tables when it comes down to voting, and being that different voice. And unfortunately, in politics, those are the games that are played at the stake of people and their welfare. But all in all, like, I think it's very true, like when it said, it's like you do have to pull back on emotions, although it's going to trigger them, because you have to be able to look at things in a non-emotional space when you are strategizing, because you can't go to war being afraid to kill people if you're getting shot at.
Wow. Okay. There's a lot of levels and a lot of layers on that as well. But let me, somebody else wanted to say something. Who else was it?
Yeah, that was me, man. Because I agree with Cassandra said too, man. I mean, it's bigger than politics.
Mm-hmm.
It's a right and wrong and a good and evil. So I want to go past the race issue, because I did make it about race early and start talking about society. This is like a wake up call. I say a lot of times the illusion of the American dream, because this is a wake up call to people about how vulnerable we are being to even allow this to even get to where it is.
Mm-hmm.
The people have been distracted and dropped the ball in a lot of places. Then I speak about it all the time. If you don't vote, not being aware, not being involved in politics, not being concerned about politics. Man, when you look at the entire picture of society, you can sort of understand how we got into this situation. Now I'm gonna bring it back to blackness. I really understand how we got in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Because we are under the biggest spell.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so, you know, when you refuse to wake up from that spell, you have this situation that we exist in now. We even divided on this. We got a lot of black people that support Trump, regardless of everything that's going on. They only stuck on the LGBTQ and gender. They're ignoring all this other stuff. You got a lot of Republicans, a lot of Trump people that really like what's going on. They want you to starve and they want to kill the homeless. How in the world did we let white nationalists and Christian nationalists and people like that get in power again? And they ain't really ever left. But now they bold.
Mm-hmm.
They out front with it.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have been forced to find out the true reality of the society you live in. You're surrounded by a lot of that believe in this thing that's going on. They're cheering it on. Then you got a lot of people who benefit so much that they ignore it. My country, 'tis of thee.
Wow. Wow. Frank Logan. A lot of stuff happened last night, brother. Good morning. How you doing this morning?
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Hey, doing good. A lot of things happened in the dark of the night last night. They came to a compromise, and one side agreed to work with the other side and bring this thing together. And like it sounds, it's still a process. They still have to go through a couple of more steps, but the two sides came to an agreement. Who do you think compromised? Who do you think gave up something?
Well, I mean, this is a war, not a battle. Raheem, this thing is going to play out for the rest of our lives. I know that they put Donald Trump out front because they can manipulate him easy because he doesn't have a lot of intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
But this thing benefits people with money. You're talking trillions of dollars that are changing hands. They're not just doing this for the sake of it. They have a plan to enrich themselves and their families, and their children's children. That's how they live, on other people's backs. But I love something that Leonard said.
Mm-hmm.
He said, okay, so we have opinions, but where are the receipts?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to keep saying this until somebody acknowledges that I said this. Over the brief time that Donald Trump has been in office, 600,000 African Americans, or no, not African Americans, Africans have died. 180,000 of them were children. They starved them to death. Foods and boats on the docks, ready to go. That was a plan. So then, here's something else. Let's look at the receipts, Raheem. And I'm going to say this: we know what politics are, but unfortunately, it's the best that we have. So we have to play within the guidelines of what we have. That means we have to participate, we have to be informed, and we have to make the best decisions that we can for our families.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody is trying to say that politicians and politics are just wholesome and good. We know there's a dark side to it, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat. But who is willing to do the things that this Republican Party is willing to do? Now, you look at SNAP. Leonard said, okay, where are the receipts? Listen to this. 42 million people are going to be affected by SNAP. I have a very good friend of mine. They deliver food every single day. They feed hundreds of thousands of people. When this SNAP program was affected, they were shut down immediately.
Wow.
Okay, so now 42 million people are being affected by SNAP, right? Guess what, Raheem? In the world, there's only 48 to 50 million people that are Black. All of us aren't on SNAP.
No.
So part of the urgency to get this thing fixed is because we're only 14% of the population. 14%.
Yeah.
So who are all those other people that are on SNAP? They're people that voted for them. They're getting pressure from their own people. They're their cousins. They're like, wait a minute. See, that's the most disheartening thing about this whole thing. When as things are changing, people didn't begin to vote differently because they just said it was right. It's only because it affected them.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't care that we're starving. You know, it's just, I pray, and I'm going to say this and I'm going to shut up. I pray that people have a memory. You know, because I was shocked that Hispanics voted the way they did in the last election.
Yeah.
And I'm like, y'all don't, what do they have to do to y'all to show you how they feel about you? But I'm going to say this for Black people. We're next. They're already trying to figure out a way that if you have anything on your criminal record, that they can disqualify your citizenship. Now, when I was on probably about 8 or 9 months ago, and I told y'all, watch Elon Musk, y'all laughed at me. That man's got $1 trillion packet coming. Trillion. If he can get these incentives taken care of and done. He came from South Africa. He was a big part of those 600,000 Africans of that food being stopped from going over there. But if we're not careful, you're going to start seeing people disappear. Their citizenship. Their citizenship. You were born here. You don't know nothing else except the United States. Your citizenship is going to be taken away, and they're going to send you behind somewhere you don't know nothing about, and you're going to perish.
Wow.
So what are we going to do, though? We're complaining. We're mad. But what are we going to do? Guess what? The holiday is going to roll around right now. We're going to spend money that we don't have. We're going to act like nothing is going on. We're going to buy Gucci and Fendi and all this other stuff, rims for our cars. We need to wake up. They're never going to respect a poor people. To respect, you have to demand respect. And we got to take better care of our money. We have to take better care of each other. When we have problems, we have to deal with those problems internally. That's just like now they're saying, what's wrong with the Democratic Party? Stop that.
Did they?
This is a war. It's easy when you have your refrigerator full to say, well, they just should have held out. And people don't have food.
Wow. Stay right there, Frank. We got to keep this thing going. Let me go to Christopher. Christopher, good morning, sir. Toussaint coming to you next. Christopher, good morning, sir. How are you doing this morning?
I am excellent, Raheem. How's everyone doing?
Hey, doing well. What do you think about this whole thing, man? They supposedly came together last night, but who compromised? Who gave in? Who folded in this whole shutdown situation? And was it best or is it best that happened for the people?
Raheem, I don't want to offend anyone that's listening to this.
Say it, man. Say it. Let's talk.
When I wake up, in the morning, politics is not on my mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Zero politics.
Mm-hmm.
I please don't get angry. I couldn't still.
No.
But I see a bigger picture.
Mm-hmm.
And because I see a bigger picture, I want solution. It might be I'm in a little place,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm looking for answers. I have learned a long time ago that politicians don't have answers.
Mm-hmm.
And the deception is that we think that politicians have the answers. I've been in this country for going to 36 years. I've seen Democrats come, I've seen Republicans come. I've seen promises of helping the poor. I've seen promises upon promises. And I've come to realize that these men are humans,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't have the ability to keep the promises they make. There's only one promise keeper. There's only one that's able to keep the promises that he has made, and politicians is not one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I've refused to get frustrated when politicians do what politicians do. Politics is the art of compromise. And the people that specialize in knowing how to do it best, the people that when the Democrats have the upper hand, they do what Democrats please, what's pleasing to the Democrats. When the Republicans have the upper hand, they do the same. I've never seen America so split down the middle in my 36 years here, but it is. It's split down the middle, and it's pulling itself apart. You know, I hear Americans herald the present government as if it's God sent. I hear Americans tear the present government as if it's straight from the pit of hell. But you are an American.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you like it or not, you are an American. I consider myself an American. I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to figure what's the solution. You say, but you don't have the power. But I might have the power to help one person. You know, Raheem, I don't think about politics.
Mm-hmm.
You might say, that is not normal. Yeah, I'm not a normal person. I don't think about politics. I think about the government that's on the shoulder of Jesus Christ. That's what I think. I wake up in the morning thinking about it. In the midst of this darkness, how can we be light, Raheem? How is it possible to be light? In the midst of food being taken out of people's table, in the midst of care being taken out of the elderly, maybe it's just time for us, the church, to rise. Maybe God is allowing this happen so that the government that's upon the shoulder of Jesus Christ will really begin to manifest through the church.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what's happening, because the darkness is in Republicans, darkness is in the Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, there are some good people there in both sides, but they don't have the power to change politics as it is. So it's not my conversation, Raheem, and I want to apologize for those of you that are passionate about this.
Yes.
I just don't have the passion for it. So
Gotcha.
but I'm listening.
Good
I'm
deal.
listening to you
Well,
guys.
hang on. We're going to change the topic in a few minutes anyway, so just hang on right there and stay with us. Let me go to Tucson. Tucson, what's on your heart, brother?
Yeah, I'm sort of kind of like Chris. That's why he's got a Superman on his chest. That's on his chest for me.
Uh-huh.
Because I ain't worried about this. I mean, I'm not trying to take it lightly. I see it. But I'm not worried about this. I could care less.
Tucson,
make no
what do
difference.
you
I know what I'm
do you
gonna
say,
do.
Tucson? What do you say to the people?
I'm gonna do my part.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely, and you're doing it. But let me
Say
ask you
what
this.
now?
And you're doing it. But let me ask you this question right here. What do you say to the people, Tucson, that say, how could you not care about that when it's so when it affects you in so many ways?
What you mean? How can I say that? I just did. I'm gonna say it again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do my part. I'm not waiting for the government. Never was.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the last of 12 children. We never was. I could never get some kind of way. We never could get this benefits that everybody talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So what? So my parents survived in the midst of it. So I'm not. What?
Mm-hmm.
What you want me to do? Panic? I'm not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna find an avenue away from the government to get things done. Y'all can talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I know my part. I don't change from being, I don't want to even say Christian. I don't want to say that. We have a assignment, and it's not Democrat and Republican. I ain't gonna fuss about that. Y'all can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all do that. That's just your opinion. Let me tell you another thing. The reason why I joined the military was school and taking care of my family.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can do whatever the rest of you want to talk about. It don't make no difference.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee I had a paycheck coming in.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. Good
I'm
deal.
not gonna beg. I'm not gonna borrow, and I'm not gonna steal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good deal. Eric, talk to me, brother. Eric? Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Now, check your mute. Check your mute button. While you do that, let me go to somebody. Check your mute button and let me know when you get it up and ready. Mr. Hicks, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Raheem. Good morning, family.
Well, they say, and yeah, we family. You know that, brother. Don't start that mess. But listen, they say that the shutdown came to an agreement last night in the dark of the night. There was agreement between the Democratic and the Republicans in regards to the shutdown. Now it has to go across the board and have to be signed and all the other stuff. But they say they did come to an agreement. Who do you think folded? What do you think was the outcome of it? Who won? If there was a winner, was it the Democrats or the Republicans, or did they just come together and mutually just agree, like they've never done before?
Well, let me say this here first. On Friday, you asked that question about DMing, and I responded to it, and I thought about it all weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I think the greatest benefit that I have from this podcast is it gives me the opportunity to develop my emotional and my ability to speak and express myself,
Mm-hmm.
and to get over the little insults that I have. That's really strengthening me, because if you don't have that in this world, it's difficult now. But I don't have much information about what happened, except for I glanced at some things on television here, and they're saying, like, I think 10 Democrats joined in defeating the shutdowns. The Democrat who looked at it and didn't go along with the direction that was going. I think that the greatest benefit is to those hungry people out there, the people that can get some food for this holiday, and the military and people that they can get paid. I was thinking about a thing that Brother Tucson said. You know, I joined the military because I was drafted, and I didn't make a choice. I defeated. My father wanted me to go to Canada.
Mm-hmm.
My mother wanted me to go somewhere else, but I was young. I was venturesome. And on a deep down subconscious level, I wanted to experience I want to experience what was going on. But how I think Rico's saying how do we feel as black men? You know what? I think it's a difficult kind of question because most of these conflicts, even especially Vietnam, was based off a lie, the thing in Tonkin, and just like all the other ones. In World War II, it was the Chinese bombing Pearl Harbor that we knew in advance. History show. So I feel for the young folks that's going to the military. They have to go for. I mean, when the economy is slack, there are no jobs out here. It's hard to get away the road other than selling weed or selling drugs or doing hookah. So the young folks decide to go in and get some college and we get some stuff out of it. So it's a good avenue, some discipline that we don't get as people because we don't go through a manhood indoctrination. Like our culture, you just figure when you're a boy and you turn to a man, a different kind of responsibility, expectation. We didn't have that. So a lot of that comes through the military, getting up and making your bed and putting things in order. And I wrestle with my grown kids about that because they never had that discipline. But I think that the winners in it is the people. Let them go ahead and do their argument because they're going to do what they do anyway. But at least get the money out there for people to get some food.
Good deal. Eric, did you fix it?
Can y'all hear me now?
Eric, you there? Yes. Yeah, we sure can. There you go. Yeah, talk to me.
Y'all can hear me?
Yes.
Well, I heard earlier a lot of people didn't hear what I say, but I'm gonna just keep it short. You know, everyone that's on have a valid point of how they see things in life, right? With me, I don't think about politics when I wake up. I don't too much watch the news anymore because it's all propaganda and it's full of division. How I feel about the government, at the end of the day, like I said earlier, some of the people online didn't hear me. I have to keep God first, depend on God to provide for me and take care of my family. Because at the end of the day, the government ain't going to pay my bills. Rather, the politicians isn't going to pay my bills. You know, I can't. It's messed up how they do things because of their decisions. A lot of people suffer, right? And the sad part about it is that we could do something about it, I believe, but we choose not to because we put our feelings in everything. So if a politician come and talk to you about whatever your hardship in life, and you agree to it, that's how you're going to vote. So what's going on now is how a lot of people, including me at the time, how we vote because we all voted on feelings, not what's best for the country, right? So with me, I just don't I don't worry about it anymore. And it's sad. What I do my part. I serve when people need help. We do the food drive. We do all of that. I do my part. But for SD, like I said, these people, they don't care about nobody. We could be on the Democratic side or Republican side. These people don't care about nobody. They play like they care, you know. They play like they care, but they don't care. Because after they go back and forth, they sit at the round table. Okay, how can we screw them again? They all friends, you know. And it is good people on both sides that want to do right, but they can't do anything because they got all these old heads in there that's set in their ways. So the government nothing isn't gonna get right until we come together as a community, as a whole of Americans, and hold them accountable. Ain't nobody really holding them accountable. We could sit there, scratch the wall and kick and scream and say white people this, all black that. That ain't helping nothing. You know what I'm saying? We just have to come together and hold these people accountable because they don't care. That's me.
Good deal. Let me go to Leonard. Leonard, why do people think? We got a segment. Leonard, why do people think? Leonard, why do people? What's on your heart, brother? Talk to me. This is your segment, man. Let me hear you.
Why do people think that if they change the words, that the problem goes away?
Explain that to me.
Whether you call it Democrats or Republicans, that does not explain your point of view. Meals on Wheels, to most people, sounds like a great program, don't it?
Yes.
Meals on Wheels. Everybody knows what Meals on Wheels is.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you vote to cut Meals on Wheels?
Wow.
Why would you do that?
Doesn't make
Somebody say something.
Doesn't make sense, brother. Doesn't make sense.
You have nothing to say
Mm-hmm.
because it's ridiculous. You know, who would vote against health care and research for children dying of cancer?
Mm.
Who would do that?
No.
Somebody say something.
Good.
You have nothing to say? That's the problem. Some of y'all wouldn't say nothing. And they'd kill everybody on your block. And you'd say nothing.
Mm.
Our elderly people would be on the street starving and dying. What you gonna say? Nothing. Oh, the Democrats and the Republicans are the same. No, they're not. Stop. Look at the evidence and the facts. Get away from you feeling like your problem and everybody like you, because they're not.
Mm.
It doesn't make sense where people act as if they don't know the difference. They're liars and they're hypocrites.
Mm.
It does not matter who you are. Look at the items on the agenda. The government shutdown is not really over.
Mm-hmm.
It is a delay tactic until the end of the next point in January. Because these people are so insistent on taking your health care. Your health care.
Mm.
Y'all calling in here, praying and carrying on every day. Cancer, diabetes, heart attack, stroke, and all these things. And the first time your people get sick, where you take them to? The hospital.
Mm-hmm.
What you gonna do? Carry them to your pastor's house? How do you think this place works? On your wishes and your hopes? Or actual business and getting things done? It's mind-boggling to me that folks would rather create their own out of their imagination as opposed to look at the facts and the evidence on the table.
Mm. Wow.
Say you don't feel like looking. Say that. You don't have to wake up in the morning with politics on your mind. You shouldn't, because you ain't politicking. That's not the goal. Set the priorities in your life. I read a great book when I was going to school. When Work Dries Up. I'm sick of y'all talking about, yeah, I go to work and I do this. Do you know who makes work possible? Government.
Mm-hmm.
What you gonna do when your work run out? When ain't no job to go to? What are you going to do? So you have to understand that we don't need philosophies. We need things that work to resolve our problems.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about I'm doing this, I'm doing that, blah, blah, blah. In a democracy, voting is the priority to keep your interests in front of government. Now, the more you Negroes think there's another way around it, you might as well get on them boats and carry yourself back across the water. And you can start over and maybe evolve with them. If that's what you want to do. Go to a place where there's no government to call. Because no one is coming and no one cares.
Mm.
But you live in a country that sends millions upon millions of dollars to keep people alive, like them 600,000 Africans that my man was talking, Frank was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Frank is in the grocery store business. Frank can tell you what cut and snap mean for revenue in grocery stores, I bet. So when your little grocery store closed, then what? Well, we can plant our own food. You think it just grow overnight? We don't have a problem with a food shortage. We have a problem with people standing in the way of providing people with food.
Well, Leonard,
and they're called Republicans.
Well, Leonard, if we go to that company called Acme, on Acme, man, they just put water on it and whatever they want, it just pop up. Boom.
Yeah, the people that sold Wile E. Coyote, all them great problem solvers. We see how he ended up, didn't you?
Look,
killed himself 3 or 4 times a day.
Wow.
Man, stop it.
Anybody have any thoughts on what Leonard said? Why do people think? Anybody have any thoughts on that?
I do. Okay. I do. I'm glad you said that. I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm and see what Leonard is talking about is a heart condition.
Mm-hmm.
It's not by happenstance. It's not, we think this is best for America. These are people that are saying we want to starve you. Now he brought up another point about what are you going to do when your jobs aren't around. Do you realize that 140,000 jobs were just lost because of AI? 140,000 people were released because of AI. That's only the beginning. And I'm surprised because we haven't talked about me being in the grocery industry for a long time. There was unfortunate people, man, that used to dumpster dive.
Yeah.
Because we threw away so much food. Wasn't nothing wrong with it. It was just either close dated or we couldn't put it on the shelves. So we would throw it in the dumpsters by the cases.
Mm-hmm.
And they would come and get that food.
Yeah.
Do you know what they did? They put locks on the dumpsters. Because they were determined not to let these people get these. Wait a minute, they're getting free food? No, we can't have that. And the only thing, Spike Lee said it a long time ago, and at the end of one of his movies, wake up. He screamed it.
Yeah.
Wake up.
Yeah. Wow. Anybody else have anything?
Yeah, Raheem. I want to also, just so happen me and Frank happened to line up this morning.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. Let's go to Friday. Okay, Friday, talk to me.
Oh, no, I was going to say to the point that was just made, and I know what I said earlier may have come off harsh, but I'm pretty sure, I don't know the book to send you there. I'm sure if you do the search, people can find it. But when you do your harvest, I'm pretty sure there are instructions that say to leave some for those that are traveling by, before the poor to come and get. I just wanted.
I didn't hear her. I didn't hear what she said. What did she just say, Raheem?
She said that.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Repeat it, Friday. She said to pretty much.
I was putting out there that I'm sure that there's a passage, and it could be in the form of parable, but that when you collect your harvest from the field, to leave some for those that are traveling and the poor.
Did you hear, Frank?
Repeat it because it's an echo, and I'm not.
She said she's sure there's a passage. There's a passage of scripture that says that when you collect your harvest, to leave some out for the people that are in need. Leave some, put some to the side for those people that are in need.
Oh, that's not only is there a passage, that's the heart of God.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even, you can quote a million scriptures about feeding the least of thee. You know, so that's okay. Let me shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there is.
Cassandra Alexander Green, talk to me. Cassandra?
Yeah, yes, I'm here.
Okay.
I can only speak for me, and that's what I do on here. For me, I'm emotional about it, and that's okay. I don't know why people got this thing about emotions, because we all are operating in some emotions at every point of the day. My passion is for people. My passion is for hurting people. My passion is for hungry people. My passion is for homeless people. So my reaction to things will be different than somebody that's sitting in their $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 house. They got money sitting in the bank. They got a beautiful home, which I'm happy. I'm happy for them. But my passion is going to be different from yours. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I don't react the way other people react because I live in the hood. I see every day what happens in the hood. I have 156 people live in the senior building that I live in. We just got another letter from the city, and most of us are on fixed incomes. Most of us are on the SNAP program. Most of us are on the rental assistance program. Most of us are on the healthcare program. So my take on all of this, I'm sorry, is going to be totally different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
From your take, because I'm seeing people suffering already.
Mm-hmm. It affects you directly.
So this isn't a pipe dream or, you just got to hold on and see what's going to happen. No. I'm living in the reality right now where we need help.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I live.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And I'm glad that you don't have to be concerned about those things.
Mm-hmm.
But I do.
It affects you directly.
But I do.
It affects you directly. Yeah.
Let me say this real quick, Raheem, mm-hmm. and then I'm sorry. Let me tell you. Every week, I take money that I don't have and get washing powder, bleach, cleaning, so that the people in my building, those that need it, will have it. Why? Because I care about what happens to the people around me in my community. Mm-hmm. That's not a brag. I'm just saying that's what I do. Mm-hmm. I care. Yeah. And because I care, I'm doing something. And I ain't talking sitting in my pretty house with my big TV. I got a big TV, but sitting in my apartment with my big TV and don't care what's happening to anybody outside the door.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry.
Exactly. Let me go to Badger, then Tucson.
See, Raheem, that's it right there.
Okay, good. Hold on, Frank. Stay right there.
That's it right there. That's why we have to be so careful.
Okay, exactly. So Badger, and then Tucson coming to you next. Badger, what do you say, Badger? Because it's been said that a person that can't see the difference between the Democratic and the Republican Party, they're walking around with blinders on. Badger, what do you say to that?
Oh, for like the things, I look at what they both do.
Mm-hmm.
That's why
Badger, let me ask you the question: is the person that says something like that walking around with blinders on because they can't see, or what do you think it is? Because it's been said that if you're walking around and you can't see the difference between the Democratic and the Republican Party, you have blinders on. Do you agree with that?
I do not agree with that.
Okay.
Well, let me take that back. I feel that there are some that do. But others that don't. I'm not going to group them all up in the same category. Some actually are quite aware of what each side is doing, but have a different perspective of, like, when I say I don't see much of a difference, it's because my view is it's the same. two wings of the same bird. And that is my view.
But are they?
From
And I understand what you're saying from your perspective. You're saying yes, but
yeah.
I understand what you're saying. But are
However,
they?
Go
ahead.
However, I do tend to lean toward more of the Democratic votes because of the health care and the food and things of that nature. But I don't agree with all of the extra taxation and other things that come with it.
So the Democrats, truth of the matter, from where you're standing, the Democratic is just as dirty and corrupt as the Republicans in regards to some things.
I cannot say all of them, but yes.
Wow. Okay. That's the way you
just
feel.
My experience and my research.
Yeah, that's the way you feel about it. Okay. Tucson, you wanted to say something, brother. What's on your heart?
Yeah, I like, here's what I mean. I know, and I believe, I assume, whichever you want to choose, that politicians change sides to be a winner. We got a vice president did that, I think. He was against Trump. Now he on Trump's side because he's a vice president. So I see this happening. So I said, you got a choice. At any time, any politician, if he wants to win, he can change sides. It's the individual that is either harmful or helpful. And while they are arguing, when they're supposed to be working together, the people are still suffering. No matter what, we seem to be always on the lower part of the end. So when I say
Tucson, you went silent. We can't hear you.
Hello?
All right, we can hear you. It's just a little low.
Well, I don't know if I was heard or not. Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear,
yes, sir. We
Loud
can.
and clear.
Yeah. Somebody dialed in. They were trying to ask for a pin. Y'all heard all that. But anyway, it's not my job to get into politics. It's not. I'm part of the body of Christ. The peculiar people.
Yes.
So when I say it don't matter to me, that's what I mean. I don't jump out of who I am to get into politics. That's a waste of my time. As part of the body. We don't get involved in the hustle and bustle of parties that are separated. To me, that's not a godly trend. I don't have a political duty because I've never been an American. If I honestly said, they never accepted me or mine. So the heck with them, all of them. I'm not looking for no dream. I'm just trying to survive for me and mine. And if I can help somebody along the way, that's what I'm going to do because I'm supposed to. And if I heard that because you ain't about nothing, I know that wasn't a personal thing, but I'm about something. And I'm going to stay about something. I don't need no 4 walls. I need 2 feet and 2 hands. A conversation with people to get something done. Because I am part of the body of Christ. I might not be perfect. I got a bunch of issues. I don't like people. Because people run their doggone mouth. And they get into stuff that don't matter. while you are either Republican or Democrat, aren't we in the same situation?
Mm.
Don't we have a problem in this country?
Yes, we do. Yes,
Is
we
there
do.
people that starving?
Mm-hmm.
Did it happen last year? Did it happen under the regime of the Democrats or the Republicans years ago? Yes. So why would I waste my time with that when we have other instructions to abide by to just get things done?
Mm-hmm.
You know your neighbor, help them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise,
Mm-hmm. Wow. Anna from Mississippi, and Rico coming to you next. Anna from Mississippi, talk to me. Anna, you there? Anna, wake up and go to sleep. Wake up and go to sleep. Rico, talk to me, brother.
Man, I love what Donald said, man.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with him wholeheartedly, especially that part about not being an American. I'm not saying he doesn't vote. He votes.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, he understands the reality of what's going on. I can go down both sides and point out things that I find extremely corrupt. So, you know, when you are really holding people accountable, you can make the statements that Badger has made. But at the same time, when you look at context, you know, there is like a lesser of two evils, let's say. So now I'm going to go to my veterans because I think the way I came off earlier, I don't want to sound like I was ridiculing people because I really sort of, I'm curious about how it really feels to be a vet. I know a white veteran named Timothy McVeigh.
Mm.
He turned against his country because he said he felt like they deceived him and betrayed him. They brainwashed him and made him believe in doing something that he really found out that, man, I shouldn't have been doing that. Turned against his country.
Mm-hmm.
He's a terrorist. But then I think about Colin Powell. He was patriotic too. He wanted to serve his country. He got into politics and he got betrayed. He got deceived. After all of these hard years of standing up by the American way, Pat Tillman threw away his NFL career to be a patriot and go fight for this country because he believed in the American dream. So I have to go and reframe that question that I asked earlier when I asked, how do you feel? I really want to know because I've talked to a lot of vets. My grandfather was a vet. He felt betrayed. They didn't let him know about all his benefits that he had being in the service and going to fight for war, going to fight in war. He didn't give his children everything that they deserve being a vet because he was black. So, you know, I understand Timothy McVeigh felt the way that he felt, but as black people who served in the military, I want to know, do you feel betrayed? I know different Vietnam vets that went over Vietnam and they were brainwashed to kill, white and black. And they really are against government and the military and war and all of these things. They realize they're fighting a corporate war. They understand how they brought heroin back into this country. They understand the agenda, the hidden agendas. So, you know, I asked that question not to like make black people feel like fools or to ridicule them for feeling proud about Veteran Day, but do they feel sort of compromised? Do they feel sort of conflicted? Because I hear so many black people that, you know, many times they hate the experience, even though they do benefit from it. But on a day like today, if you feel betrayed, how does a day like today feel?
Mm. Oh, wow.
I would say, as a veteran and being black, that the best way that I could approach to answer this to give any type of perspective from me is that betrayal is a feeling that will be felt and will be had if you're looking at anything with clear eyes. However, I have to also orient myself to not be envious of sinners because it looks like they're winning, because their actions seem to be the gold standard when I know that it's not. And it in that betrayal, it's hurt. There is suffering that happens that comes out of that. But I can't also neglect the fact that serving has a multifaceted benefit that didn't just serve or benefit me and just my family alone.
Mm-hmm.
Because to not serve, I think, gives them more room to deepen the betrayal, because they're like, you're not even serving the country, so why should we do anything more? I think serving has helped. I don't think it's a bad thing. And I think when you do choose to serve, most people should take into consideration the totality. With everything, we're told by the word to count the cost.
Okay, good deal. Let me go to and we got to switch up a little bit. I got to go to Tucson, and Tucson got a segment called "You'll Catch It on Your Way Home." You'll catch it on your way home, Tucson. Talk to me, Tucson. What's your topic today, sir? Tucson, you there? Tucson over there fighting with that doggone mute button. Tucson, are you there? Okay. Tucson might have stepped away for a second. Let me go to Curtis. Curtis, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Morning, right here. Morning, Glow family. Morning. How y'all doing?
Hey, doing well. We're talking about politics right now, and we at a point now where we actually the question was asked, how do you feel? And you're a vet, Curtis. You served in the military. The current state of the United States of America right now, how do you feel about the country that you went out there and fought for?
This ain't it. That's how I feel, right?
Mm-hmm.
This ain't it.
What does that mean?
And I don't have enough time to even go into what. This ain't it.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't it. He ain't it. Never has been it. Never will be it. Never was purposed to be it. This ain't it. This ain't it. I don't care if you black, white, candy stripe. This ain't it. I don't care if you racist, if you homophobic, I don't care what you is, but this ain't it. We are being robbed without a gun.
Mm.
And the sad thing is we're being robbed without a gun and without a pen.
Mm.
We are being robbed, America, in plain sight. This ain't it.
Mm.
I don't have nothing else to say right here.
Good deal. Good deal. Leonard, talk to me, brother. Leonard, you there? Leonard, wake up and go to sleep. Leonard, wake up and go to sleep. Cassandra Alexander Green, talk to me. Mr. Hicks, coming to you next, sir. Cassandra, you there? Are you there?
What are we talking about now?
No, Kurt. They're talking about how fighting for this country and is it what you fought for? And Curtis said this, and Curtis said in a nutshell, this ain't it. Say he ain't it. This ain't it. It just ain't it. What do you say to that?
You know, this is gonna sound crazy, but I am a huge military enthusiast. I grew up in Charleston, South Carolina, where we had every branch of the military, every branch.
Yeah.
Army, Navy, Marines, Coast Guard, you name it, it was in Charleston. And that was my dream, to go into the military and be a lifer. That was my dream.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I signed up, went to boot camp, got sick, and was not able to serve because of the illness. But even to this day, I still believe in the military, even though right now it's ugly to me, because you have someone trying to get our military to fight against our own people. And when you take that oath, it's about the Constitution. It's not about a person. It's not about a particular person. So I get it. I love the military. I'm proud of people that were able to serve. I wish I had gotten a chance to serve, because I would have been retired by now. But this military this regime, this authoritarian regime, and for those that don't believe it's authoritarian, just look up the word. This authoritarian regime that we're operating under right now is doing damage to the military, and that hurts me. That hurts me, because I love the military, and I think they're honorable men and women. They've tried to demean women in the military. I mean, I don't.
Wow. Anybody got anything else they want to say on this topic? We're gonna move on to the next topic. I'm gonna try to get back with Tucson, do his segment real quickly, and then we're gonna
Did you call me Raheem?
I did, sir. I did. Go ahead.
Oh, this was about. I was in the military as well. But I can tell you, I wasn't about the propaganda.
Okay.
I don't love BS. I never have. I never woke up and believed in this. Everybody was doing stuff for my good and all this, that, or the other.
When he say BS, he mean bean sprouts.
Yeah, that's what you mean. But anyway, I never went in it with that propaganda of loving my country and doing all that. I wasn't that type of soldier.
Come on now, you wasn't hurrah. Come on now.
No, not the way some people that love. And the way I'm hearing, I listen to people's stories, because maybe you were under the guise of this great deception. I never was.
Wow.
So no, I don't have a what you call it, American dream. And all that crap. I don't look to that as my guiding light. So I've never had that experience with loving anything that's like a country would do, because there's good and bad. And you can't, and that's why I don't like when people say, "Oh, I believe everything in the Bible." Have you read it? Have you read it? Do you know what it's about? Then you would know the struggle that we have had. Then you would know what is necessary to be done. And if you don't, you can go learn. I teach policy and administration.
Wow.
And most people do not have a working concept as it relates to the things that they are enjoying. It's like some of you believe that you should be head of corporations, but you don't never start a business, you don't never go to school, and you don't never come up with an idea. But
Ain't that
somehow
nuts?
you should be sitting somewhere in a boardroom with somebody else. For
Ain't
what?
that- We say ain't did nothing.
Ain't done nothing.
Mm.
I don't care how many people you feed. You ain't gonna feed 40, 50 million. You look at a state budget, for instance. You ain't gotta go look at the federal. Look at your state budget. I would challenge you just to get familiar with your state business to find out how things are going, what was spent where. These are some of the things that we tasked Badger with when we first started talking about it. Well, what about this? Well, ain't know what about? Go look. If you want to know, go find it. Now, people may have a different opinion, but here are the facts.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever somebody starts something off with "I feel," depends on what meeting we at.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need you to feel about nothing. I need to know what you can do. One thing I learned from Al Sharpton over all the years of working in that organization and with him, all that man ever asked me as president of an organization, what you gonna do about it?
Yeah. Wow.
What
That's
you
good.
gonna do about it?
That's good.
And if you're throwing your hands up, step aside and let the real leaders do what they do.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's good. I'm gonna go back to Tucson, and Miss Hicks, coming to you because I want to ask you the same question about the military, because I know you served as well.
Me, bro.
Ain't nobody skipping you, Miss Hicks. No, don't start that mess with me, man. Don't you start. Don't you start that mess. You know, I ain't gonna never skip you, brother. I never would do. No, sir.
Don't feel bad. He done skipped me, Mr. Hicks.
I ain't skipping none of y'all. I'm just going around. Don't y'all start that.
You don't mean no harm. I know that. I know that, brother.
Exactly.
You don't mean no harm. Ain't nothing
Thank you,
personal.
Mr. Hicks. See, Mr. Hicks, I knew, man, that's my big brother, right? Thank you, Mr. Hicks. Tell her, Mr. Hicks. Tell her again, in case you didn't hear. But listen, let me go to Tucson. Tucson, you got a segment, Tucson. Let's do that segment. Then we'll go to Mr. Hicks, and I'm gonna go back to K with an E, because K feeling some kind of way right now, and I ain't gonna let that happen. I ain't gonna let her feel that way. But Tucson, talk to me. You'll get it on the way home. You will get it on the way home. Talk to me, Tucson.
Can you hear me right here?
I can hear you
I hope
loud and
you
clear.
can.
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Let me just run to you.
Uh-oh.
I mean, just like,
Oh, Lord.
that didn't sound right.
No, that didn't sound right at all, brother.
Since we talking about politics.
Wait a minute, brother.
Since we talking about politics.
Wait a minute, man.
Okay. Then shall the king say unto them on the right hand, come be blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom of heaven prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me meat. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you took me in naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came unto me. Now, I should just say you'll get that when you get home, because we've been talking about this thing since Jesus rose from the dead.
Mm.
And some of you ain't done that yet.
Mm.
You're looking for titles and positions, wondering what God wants you to do. Look at God. We like that phrase, look at God. Well, look at him.
Mm-hmm.
He's hungry and naked and thirsty. Prison and in the hospital. Look at God. What you gonna do? Maybe you get that when you get home. Perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
Put your robe on and put your choir uniform on and put your collar on and look at God.
Mm.
And go do something. You get that when you get home. Another airline to say, maybe I'll save that to tomorrow. If my people, y'all know the rest of it, you like to quote that too.
Mm-hmm.
But still ain't doing nothing. Looking for other folks to do what only you can do. You'll get it when you get home. Maybe after you won't have a home, you'll get it.
Uh-oh.
Perhaps.
Uh-oh. I was going to go to it, but I'm not going to do that.
Leave it
Leave it right there. Good. Anybody want to comment on Tucson? On this thought, anybody want to comment before I go to Mr. Hicks? Okay, good. Mr. Hicks, talk to me.
Now, man, I don't want to cut in front of Mr. Hicks,
Don't you
but
do it.
I do have something to say. But go ahead.
Don't you jump in front of Mr. Hicks? Don't you do it, Mr. Hicks? You served in the military. Is this the country that you fought for? Everything that's going on right now, is this what you fought for, Mr. Hicks?
That's almost take some explanation. I never really fought for it. I went to Vietnam, and once I guess I joined in 1969. It was right after the riots in Newark, and I always had a bad feeling about police because they were always bullies in Newark at that time. And the government, I never trusted them. So, like I said, I went in drafted, then volunteered for all the crazy stuff in the world. But once I got there and felt it, I don't know, I guess I've always been a sensitive being. It comes from my background. My mother was a holiness preacher. My father was borderline Muslim. So I always grew up asking all these questions. I didn't know anything about anything. But when I got back home from Vietnam, messed up in the head, I was really messed up because I was still trying to figure this stuff out. And I hate it. I full of hate and anger. And about the government, the system, thought the only real solution was revolution in Che Guevara and all that stuff. And when I started going to therapy, and I went because I was trying to get the benefits from these folks. They tried to cut me out, even though I was already discharged. And I started hearing the other veterans that in my opinion were heroes. The things that they saw and the things they'd done, the things that I had void by standing up and saying, I can't do this. I mean, I was court-martialed. I defended myself based off military law and my religious belief, which I had to defend, and it ultimately had to give me honorable discharge. But listen to those stories of those young boys from all over the place, young folks that did all that stuff, the hurt, the wounds that they had, my empathy. I felt through them, and I had a different understanding about the commitment of human beings to things they believe in. But once going to prison and really finding myself, I started studying, and I understood that they never taught me about civic system. They never taught me the real things that you need to know to make a decision about voting or going in the military. Understand the Constitution, what was going on in Europe, and what the whole battle was about this new form of government, not by kings, not by popes, not by the old people that are going to rule themselves, and how there's been a fight from the very beginning to turn this independent kind of people-run government back over to the Pope or king, and so it was only after a deep study that I appreciate what happened in 1776 and how they call Providence, how it always worked a crazy kind of way. But over the years, like I said, I'm 76 years old. I remember the black and white water fountains. I remember how you could be standing in line in the store and somebody could walk right in front of you. Somebody could walk up and just tell you, get off all that stuff. Just like the same stuff that started happening under COVID restrictions. Same kind of environment where people began to police each other. But so I understand someone being patriotic. I don't judge that. Or being committed to even to a political party. That's our choice. That's our will. And I chose not to get caught up because we've been talking 3 or 4 years. I'm in a different place now when we deal with these issues. It's like Tucson said. It's like I think it's Friday. She scratched my heart to beat because I understand. I feel her. It ain't good. It ain't what it should be. But the choice now is like between what we're gonna have. What's gonna be our rule? We talk about government and policies in different parties, right? What do these sides stand for? And how do you make a decision based off that coming from a spiritual base? And that has to be a thing of, not just believing what you see, touch, and taste, but recognizing there's a spiritual battle going on behind this. It's like Paul said, although we walk in the flesh, we don't walk the flesh.
Good deal.
Our weapons are mighty.
Yeah.
Try to figure out what are those mighty weapons that can make me maintain a peace in all the confusion going around me, and not get caught up into those low vibration things, resentment and hate, and try to see the love that's that's deposited in everyone else that I see.
Mm-hmm.
Because even if they don't know it, they got sparks inside of the Creator, and
Good
we
deal.
all one. What I do to them, I'm gonna do to myself.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's keep this thing going. K with the E. I ain't gonna
Yes,
skip
sir.
you. I ain't gonna skip you. Appreciate you. Hey, mistakes. Appreciate you, brother. K with the E. What's on your heart? Talk to me.
Well, good morning, everyone.
Good morning. How you doing this morning?
Just fine, and everyone else.
Your volume is coming across a little low. You need to talk directly in that phone now. We could barely hear you.
I am. I don't know what's going on. My phone, the volume just go down on its own and come up and go down. Y'all done faded in and out. I don't know what. It might be the line.
No, that's better right there. That's much better. You know, your phone a little cray. It's okay though. It's okay.
That better.
Yeah, much better. That's it. That's where we need you to be right there.
Much better.
Absolutely.
Right there.
Talk to me.
Anyway.
Say it.
Look, I
Say
just
it.
want to speak on what's going on in the world and all around.
In this world, there's
and
much
what we have
confusion.
going on
What I
in
say in the
Kansas
city
City.
life, but it's not for
In Kansas
me.
City.
Not for me. Now,
Right.
I do
And
dream
you
of
know that
distant
that is what you know about.
places. That's Michael Jackson. That's the Jacksons. That's Destiny. Get a chance to listen to that song. Real powerful. But go ahead.
Oh Lord. Well, don't you sing it. Don't you do that in the background of me talking. Why would you do that?
In this
They'll think I
world,
done
there's
hired you
much
for background or something.
confusion. You heard that Michael Jackson tone.
Callers,
You heard
I
that Michael
have
Jackson
nothing
tone,
to
didn't
do
you?
with the background music singing that you hear. Singing. I have no rights to it, and it ain't me.
What you gonna tell us about the world?
What we need to do in our community, because we doing so much. I love Kansas City. I love how we pull it together. I love how we just if all this going on, this nonsense didn't do nothing else, it pulled a lot of organizations and people and people running for office. This was their time to shine.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I tell you they've been showing up and showing out, they've been showing up and showing out. They just fed over 2,000 people on the Saturday. Then they gave away fresh fruits and vegetables. When I tell y'all they didn't give away clothes, they like whatever you want, call this number. If we don't got it, we know somebody will do. But if we don't got it, we're gonna send you to church because the church got it.
Mm-hmm.
So I thank God for all the pulling together, all of the writing to the council people, like what y'all gonna do? This is y'all city. We can't take care of the city, but this is y'all city. What y'all gonna do for the city? When I tell y'all, we done made phone calls to these big dealerships down here that we done bought cars from and stuff. We need y'all help now. Y'all ain't even the little car dealers that we finance anyone. When I tell y'all, everybody that could and can be coming together, put that call out to those that's the rich and the fortunate, you know, that can go home in them big old mansion houses, as Cassandra called them. We called out to all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody come out. We have so many giveaways going on. We shouldn't have a person going hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Not in Kansas City.
That's good.
And all they got to do is get up and come get it. And the ones that can't get up and come get it, they deliver them.
Mm-hmm.
They took it all to the senior citizens. They didn't have to come out at all. I thought that was awesome. They took my advice on that. I thank God for that.
Good deal. Good deal.
Buy them some gas cards. They're going to deliver the food. They're going to deliver the produce. I thank God for the coming together.
Mm-hmm.
And that's prayer. So we're going to keep praying when we end that this is what we're supposed to do all around the world. Come together and even take up a collection, because everybody don't need food. Some need utilities paid. Some need medication. We got seating centers. We got different places helping with that. I think God is really awesome.
Good
We
deal.
just got
Good
to get
deal.
up and put a force.
Absolutely.
Do it. If that means
Absolutely.
you got to be the first person to write a letter, then write a letter.
Mm-hmm.
Do like I did. I wrote 3. They didn't all sign my name. They didn't know who John Doe was.
Mm-hmm. Good deal. Good deal.
That's it.
Let me go to Christopher. Christopher, talk to me, and then we're gonna go to Willow. We're gonna go to Willow for 2 reasons: the word of the day, and we're gonna ask her another question. But Christopher, what's on your heart, brother?
You know, Ryan, one of the things that really got me incensed about Donald Trump was how he talked about people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was the
Yeah.
first time I saw America accept
That's all they talk
leaders
about. Is,
Mm-hmm.
insulting each other,
Yeah.
just calling people names, and we found that funny. Because you don't agree with me and my views, does not mean you got to demean me or make me feel like I'm lesser than because I don't think like you.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know, there was a time I began to speak against this attack against immigrants, and somebody said to me, obviously a Republican, is like, because I'm going against something that they are for. And they say, why don't you pack up your bag and go back to where you came from?
Mm.
I'm as American as anyone here.
Mm-hmm.
I have an American passport. I have a right. I vote in this country.
Mm-hmm.
But if I choose not to wake up and allow the activities of a few men to direct my day, then that's my choice.
Yes.
And that, for me, I think it's a very healthy choice.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody, I don't care whether you're in the White House, Greenhouse, nobody has the authority to control my emotions.
Come on.
None.
Say it. Yeah.
None.
Mm-hmm.
They can't sit down in their boardrooms and in their offices and dictate how I'm going to respond to what they do.
Mm-hmm.
I can't live reactionary. And sometimes that's all we do. We live reactionary to what these men do. My point of view is this, and I'm going to shut up, Ryan. I believe there's wisdom from God.
Mm-hmm.
Of how we, the church, needs to function in this society.
Absolutely.
I don't have it, but I'm looking for it.
Mm-hmm.
But I know no politician has it. I am confident no politician has it.
No.
Because it's not what they wake up looking for.
Mm-hmm.
The scripture says, set your affection on things above and not on things on the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jesus has an answer of how the church needs to act in 2025. I want to know what that wisdom is.
Mm-hmm. Good deal. Good deal.
And we don't need to insult each other because we don't agree with one another.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do in kindergarten.
Yeah.
That's what the kids is. The little kids do. Just call each other names.
Exactly.
I don't think we need to do that.
No, not at all. Not at all. Willow.
Good morning, Glow.
How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Raheem.
Well, first I want to come to you and the word of the day. It's time. Where's the Willow? What is the word of the day? Yes.
But you know what, though, Raheem? I am so glad that you allowed me to come after Christopher. Christopher he said two things that my segment of the word of today is all about. He said believing, and then he said looking for, which means seeking. And he knows that there's something that God is doing today in these times. So I want to say he just continually is setting us on that path of discovery about faith, because that's the word of the day. It's all about faith. I first gave you scripture from the Bible, Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1, which means what's faith? I'm trying to give you a description of what I'm talking about. And then I went to John chapter 20, and I read verses 24 to 29, showing you and giving you an example of how we come up short when we talk about faith.
This call will be
Today,
recorded.
Today, I'm going to give you a word coming from Romans 10, chapter 10.
This call is
verse
no longer
7.
being recorded.
Somebody recording the call. I don't know who that is.
So
But go
then
ahead.
faith cometh. So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God.
Mm-hmm.
I'm continually talking about faith because it's important that we have it in order to obtain salvation. Paul wrote this particular scripture, making sure, because he was in Corinthians, and he was making sure that not only did the Israelites, but the Gentiles also understood how important it was that we acquire faith.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm somewhat doing the same thing on the Morning Glow. I'm
Praise God.
talking about faith because without it, it's impossible to get the whole objective of what our, I want to say, church is all about, what the objective of understanding that we don't focus on, just like Christopher said, these temporary things, but we focus on the eternal things.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way that we're going to be able to do that is to have faith. And you know what, Raheem? Not just what you say, but it has to be from your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Jesus.
Amen.
It has to come from that heart. Because guess what, Raheem? God sees our heart.
Absolutely.
We ain't trying to please man.
Mm-hmm.
No man.
Mm-hmm.
We're only trying to please God.
Absolutely.
And that's my word for the day, Raheem.
Good deal. Tucson, talk to me about the word of the day, brother. Tucson, you there?
Yeah. They're already out there. I don't want to act like I got some kind of wings or I don't live here because I'm in this world and I have to face the things that come with it. Just being this thing called alive. But there's better. And I didn't promise it.
Mm-hmm.
But the promise keeper is what I try to, in the back of my mind or in front of my mind, whichever is best for me, to stay ahead of it. He got this whole big picture that we fit in, and we got to be a part of it. And it's not it don't have, unfortunately, our mindset has to continue to let us know we just passing through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're heading somewhere. And there's a big old plan that God has. And if we focus on everything that's going on in this world, we're going to lose our mind. And we're going to turn against each other. And we're going to fuss, we're going to fight, and we're going to disagree. And when we can't agree with somebody, we're going to discredit them. That's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
When we kingdom builders. That's what it is. I mean, if we put all of our energy on this, what we're looking at, we're going to be some miserable people.
Yeah.
And we're going to make people miserable.
Mm-hmm.
But if we put our mind on things above, can't you see how much power and authority and might and strength you got within yourself?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not what you say that's going to become you. It's going to be what you do.
Yes,
and I don't know if that's the best I can do.
Good deal.
Gotta go, boy. And I'm going to be listening in.
Good deal. Good deal.
Thank you.
Frank Logan, talk to me. Word of the day. Frank Logan, you there?
Yep. I was trying to write notes. I didn't get to all of them. Man, oh man. We have to be so careful. We have to be so careful. And we have the honor and privilege to have Cassandra calling in, who has audience and company of the seniors in her building, that she sees their challenges. And when you give your life to God, one of the things that we normally do as believers, because he says your heart is desperately wicked above all things, is we ask for a new heart. So what God gives you is he gives you a heart that lines up with his will. So when you see people suffering and you have that new heart, it touches you. And it will be a burden. It will cause you to see it the way that God sees it. When God knew that he was going to bring a man back from the dead, he grieved just because he knew that her brother, his sister was grieving because he had died. He knew that he was going to deliver him and bring him back and resurrect him. He knew it.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that she had to suffer it all caused him pain. So a lot of us, we have to be so careful when we're so quick to say, I don't know why you feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
It's because of that new heart. It's because of the heart that we ask for. And I want to say this, because this just happened. I was talking to you over the weekend about this, Raheem. My son, who's 14, is growing like a foot a day. It's just crazy. I buy that joker's gym shoes on Monday. Friday, he can't get them.
Yeah.
So he said, Dad, and I'm looking at him, so I know that this is true. He said, hey, I need a new coat. I said, I just bought you a new coat.
Mm-hmm.
And he went and got it, his arms sticking all out of it, and me and my wife laughed. I said, all right, son, we're going to grab you a new coat. Now, this is just a coat. He has 3 other brothers. They're all older than him.
Mm-hmm.
We could have worked the way around getting him a coat to wear to school. He wasn't in this place where he just had to have a new coat right away. But it still grieved me. My son needs a new coat. I got to go get him a new coat. And Sunday, we bought him a coat. But now imagine this, Raheem. Your child looking up at you and saying to you, Daddy, I'm hungry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you have no way of feeding them. And you watch them starve to death. You can't even begin to understand what that has to feel like. But when I thought about that, when I bought my son that insignificant coat, that hundreds of thousands of people are dying from starvation. And their parents can't do anything. And a lot of them are dying right along with them. That grieved me, Raheem. But now let me make this point, and then I'm going to shut up. And there's several things that I want to touch on, because my father also went to the military. He retired from the service. Then he went to the post office and retired from the post office. He was double dipping. But here, and he did it not because he was patriotic or nothing else like that, but he made a decision for his family. I still benefit from it long after he's been gone. But here's a point that I have to make, because I see it every time I call in. Christopher calls in with one of the purest hearts that I've ever witnessed in my life. It's just a blessing And there's a scripture that says, don't cast your pearls upon swine. And a lot of people use that to minister to women about giving their bodies to men who don't deserve it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do.
They say because they'll treat it like a pig. They'll just trample over it. They're just pigs.
Mm-hmm.
But when I hear Christopher's voice and the peace and the joy and the light that he has, I feel so protective.
Mm-hmm.
Of don't attack that. Don't go after that. Lord, please cover him. Because we're experiencing your heart.
Mm-hmm.
And he's very careful of how he presents everything.
Yeah.
A lot more careful than me. I can learn a lot from Christopher.
Mm-hmm. Good
You
deal.
didn't have to say yeah right there, Raheem. That was bad placing.
No, it was good.
But,
it was good.
But
it was good. It
it's
was good.
one of those things where I just pray that he understands that we're all of us are at different places and there's shots taken
Mm-hmm. Good deal. Good
that
deal.
are so unnecessary.
Absolutely.
And they're counterproductive.
Mm-hmm.
And man, stay prayed up. I love you. And keep doing what you're doing because you're causing change.
Good deal. Good
You're
deal.
an awesome example.
Good deal. Now I'm going to go to the actually we're about to make our way to our topic for the day at 9:25. How about that? We got 35 minutes till we're gonna talk about this. But it's a real simple question. It's a real simple question. And Leonard, I'm gonna start it off with you. Are you there?
Yes.
Leonard, how gullible are we in regards to our money and our spending habits? Are we spending money on the very things that's destroying us? Meaning, are we supporting companies that don't have our best interest at heart? Are we really gullible? How gullible are we in regards to how we spend our money? How and where we spend our money?
I don't think it's about being gullible at all. People spend money on what they want, receive in exchange.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you're spending your money on, I'm fine with as long as it's your choice.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
no, I don't consider people gullible for spending money. They want to spend money. We want to spend money. Don't mean they're gullible. It just mean they want something somebody selling.
I think they are, and the reason why I say that because a lot of the company I researched some company. I got a couple of apps, and I told y'all about the apps that's on my phone that lets you know who's doing what and what they're doing and how they're doing it, what they're supporting, who they're supporting, and different things of that nature. And I think a lot of time if people do a little more research, I don't think they will spend their money with certain companies that they're spending their money with because those companies you're really supporting your demise. In spending money in spending your money with certain companies. You're really supporting your demise. And so yeah, and that's the way you feel about it. And I would certainly respect your opinion on that, but I feel a little bit different. Let me go to you. Anything else you want to say on that, Leonard, before I go to somebody else?
Well, I think in terms of boycotting for a reason, and targeted boycotting is very effective.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I wouldn't look at it as an issue related to my demise.
Mm-hmm.
That's problematic for me. But
there's a couple of banks. There's a couple of banks out there that support issues that are not to our best interest. There's a couple of banks out there. I'm not gonna call the name on here right now, but there's a few banks out there that really support a lot of underhanded things. I'm trying to be polite. I'm trying to be polite.
That's why polite don't mean nothing if folks don't understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. There's a couple of banks out there that's supporting movements that don't have people that look like you and I best interest at heart. There's a couple of banks out there that's doing that. That's financing it.
I know banks don't really care. It's about money. So you must be talking about some type of spending project, infrastructure project. What?
There's a couple of things out there. Let me ask you this question, and then we're got to move on to somebody else. I want to stay in one place too long. Do you think Elon Musk, Elon Musk, or however you say his name, Elon Musk, do you think a lot of his motivation is has your best interest at heart, or do he not care about you at all?
No,
Is all,
no,
but
I
no,
don't think he even cares about someone like me because I really don't care about people like him.
wow. Cassandra, we're gonna stay right there. Stay right there because you about to take a left turn. Cassandra Alexander Green, are you there? Cassandra, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Cassandra, should we be a little more mindful as to how we spend our money and who we spend it with?
Absolutely. And I have. I mean, it has to be personal. If you want to see things get better, I'm not supporting any companies that's supporting the agendas that none of them. I do not go to Walmart anymore. I wasn't a huge Walmart fan, but I would go in there. I don't do Walmart anymore because of their political views. So it's several companies that I do not shop with them anymore. I'm not going to give my money to people that do not believe. Well, they don't have to believe what I believe, but at least believe in doing right. If you're going to support people that are hurting people, you're not getting one dime from me. No, not one dime, 1 penny.
Yeah.
So, I definitely you don't spend your money with people that don't support your community and don't support people not being mistreated or hurt.
And that was one of the like I said, I wasn't calling a name, but that's one of the companies that was in my mind when I posed the question as I did. Curtis, what do you say to that, brother? Should we be a little more mindful as to how we spend our money and who we spend it with? Curtis, you there? Curtis, wake up and go to sleep. Wake up and go to sleep. Badger, talk to me.
I mean, for some people, it's hard to be able to
What do
make
you
that
mean?
choice
Why?
because some things are only available at those stores.
See, Badger, you are a researcher, brother, and you research pretty much everything. So I know that if you really wanted to find another means to purchase something that this company is purchasing that you don't support, I think you might be able to find something or somewhere else to get it.
I wouldn't have said what I said if that wasn't the case.
Okay, well, what did you say?
I said there are some things that are only sold by those stores.
So they have a monopoly on it.
Yep.
Okay, name something.
There's a there's a safe food because like some of the safe foods are ran by certain corporations.
Okay.
And even if it's sold at different stores, it's still from the same corporation. So even if I don't agree with that corporation, if that's the only one that's making a safe food product that doesn't have corn or any of that stuff in it, some of that stuff I can't exactly grow in Northeast Texas. I'm going to need a lot more acreage. So it's just one of those things of like, due to dietary restrictions and things like that, that's kind of where things are. So like, I'm not gonna. Sometimes things are more difficult than just saying a simple phrase.
And like I said, the United States of America is set up on competition, and that's why I asked you name something, because I thought you were gonna give me something specific that this
There's
product that's
better
safe.
goods.
Yeah. Okay. No. I mean a certain product, not necessarily a name, but a store, but a product. I'm looking for a certain product that one person sells that don't nobody else sell nowhere else. No matter where you look, you ain't gonna find it. And with
There's
the United States being as competitive as it is it's real hard for me to think that there's one product that one person sell has a total monopoly on it, and nobody else sells it.
Base culture.
Raheem,
Yes. Yes.
Can Badger send a list of some of those things that only whatever store he feels is the only one that has it? Can he send a list? Because I know he does research,
Yeah.
but I love research too. And I'll start looking for, I mean, if you want to put a dent in what is being done wrong, Walmart does a lot of dirt. They don't treat their employees right. They side with some of the craziest bills and stuff and policies that come out. If there's something that you're getting there that nobody else has, please list it. Send me a list and I'll start looking for it to try to help you find it.
Yeah. Because truth of the matter,
I mean,
I don't
if
think
you believe that they are not treating, they're not being fair to you as a consumer. They love the high prices because they get their money. We're thinking there's some big deal that they're giving us, but really they're not. Walmart is one of the richest stores in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, Cassandra, I don't think there's one product out there that anybody have a total monopoly on.
Not that I know of.
No.
I was trying to think of something.
No.
I mean, really, I'm trying to think that they're the only place that has that product.
Yeah, that's real.
Whatever the store is, I'm not saying it's Walmart. Yeah. They're the only one that has that product. I don't think so.
America is a capitalistic society, and everybody gonna jump on bandwagon. Some come out, you probably got 5 or 10 other people just doing the same thing, and making it. Maybe there's some adaptations to it or whatever, but it's still the same thing. Pepsi and Coke, Dr. Pepper, all those are sodas. They may taste a little different, but they're all sodas. Some people, depending on where they call it pop, but it's different things. Curtis, are you back with us? Oh, Badger, did you finish your thought?
No, not entirely.
Okay, go ahead. Now we only got a few minutes, brother. We can't be long-winded.
So, like, in one brand, we come across a thing of like Base Culture has a loaf of bread that has no corn, no gluten, no dairy in it at all. What most folks don't know is xanthan gum is made from corn or wheat, which is what my family cannot have. That is the only loaf of bread that we have found. So whatever store sells that brand is where we go get it. And normally we try to figure out which of the stores is cheaper because that's like a $6 to $8 loaf of bread that's frozen. Can't just get it shipped. Because we live out in a rural area, so we don't have the accommodations that big cities do. So that's why I said it the way that I said it. If Walmart is the only store that sells in this case, no, that is not the case. But using it as an example, if that's the only store that sells the Base Culture bread, we're going to have to go there because that's the only one that's safe for my wife and kids.
Okay.
I'm an ex-Walmart employee. I know how bad they treat people.
Yeah, good deal. Gotta keep it moving. Let's keep it this me. Let me see who I'm gonna go to. Frank Logan, talk to me. Should we be a little more mindful as far as how we spend our money? Frank, are you there? Frank Logan, wake up and go to sleep. And if
I'm back also, Raheem.
See how that thing work? I was just coming to you. And if from Mississippi, talk to me. Should we be a little more mindful as in regards to how we spend our money and who we spend our money with?
Most definitely. I was thinking the other day that with all the stuff that's going on in America right now, I was thinking it would be so wonderful if I'm talking about the black dollars, we stop putting our money into companies that don't have our best interests, that don't really care about us beyond our dollar.
Yep.
I was thinking about how we did Blackout Friday last year and how effective it was. We spend more money than any race in this country, Raheem. we spend more money. We spend it. I don't care. They may have it, but we spend it.
Yeah.
And if we were to be mindful of where we put our money, it will make it will make a difference, I believe, a big difference, because our money is our voice.
Yes.
If you keep your money is your power. If you withhold your money from McDonald's, from Walmart, from Sam's and all that, you can get their attention just by doing that. You keep your money in your home, keep your money in your pocket, keep your money in your bank account, and let them know, look, you ain't hearing me, no other way. So I'm gonna show you right now how I feel. Your money is your voice. So it would be so powerful if we were to go. I'm going to say a good 2 weeks without spending $1 in anybody's store.
Imagine the impact that they would have. And King Future said on our Biggle, he said black spent $11 trillion. $11 trillion. That's a lot of money. And they say we ain't got no money. We got plenty of money.
That's a lot of money.
We just don't spend it on what we need to. And the phone lines are open. The phone lines are open. The question was asked. All you have to do is give us a call at 508-924-3521. Let me say it again. 508-924-3521. That's the phone number. Phone lines open. We got 20 more minutes before we get out of here, so you'll definitely give us a call. We'd love to have your input. 508-924-3521. Curtis, are you back with us? Curtis, you back with us? Mr. Hicks, talk to me, bro. Might have lost. Let me look at my phone and I see who's actually still on the line here. I'm calling y'all name and yeah. K with an E. K with an E, you there?
I'm here.
K with an E, should we be more mindful as far as how we spend our money and who we spend it with? Will it make a difference?
It should make a difference. Yes, it make a difference. My mama raised us like that. She didn't play that. She used to go in the little store, and when she went in the store and they was just all over her little chink store, she ain't going there no more.
Yeah.
And she'd be mad when I go in there to the hair store. I could just feel her on my heel. I'll be like, let me get out of here. But I tried going, spend my money with our own people, and they just make things so difficult. And me being who I am, I don't have a problem with telling them. I said, this is
but see, Kate. Okay, let me say this, Kate. Let me say, K with E. Let me say this, and I've heard that too. And I'm actually starting something right now, working on something that hopefully is going to kill that myth. But we say that I want to spend with my own people, but they make it so difficult. But yet and still, we're going to McDonald's. I'm just using McDonald's as an example. We're going to McDonald's, and they'll get our order wrong 10 times. We're standing in the line for 15, 20 minutes, waiting on somebody to come and take our order. But yet and still, the next day, we'll go right back to McDonald's again. Why is it okay if they treat us like this, and then we go to a place that we know is a black-owned company, and you may have to wait a little while longer or whatever the case, but McDonald's treated you the same. McDonald's treated you worse. You had to wait longer in McDonald's to get your order taken. And then they're standing there looking at you like, like you doing, like they doing you a favor by taking your order. And then and you get halfway home and you open up your bag and your order's wrong. But you go back to McDonald's. You go back. I'm not saying UK, but I'm just saying you go back to McDonald's. But yet and still, you go to a black-owned business and they may get your order wrong or whatever the case. But that one time they do it, that's why I don't go over there. I ain't never going back over there no more. And you cut them off. That's not right.
And I think, and you know what, Ryan? I have to just thank God, because it got to be God in me. It ain't me. Because when I wasn't like this, it didn't matter what color you were. My mama taught us you're paying for that. So when you're paying for it, you don't accept anything. So when I go to the black place, to the restaurant, and they food up and put the slice of cheese on there and it didn't melt and all that, well, I ran into the cook. This is how good God is. I ran into the cook at the grocery store. I said, hey, you be cooking at that one restaurant. He was all happy. I said, well, while you shopping, it ain't going to hurt y'all to spend some money and buy some shredded cheese that'll melt. I said, you should never put sliced cheese on somebody's food
and send service to them, and it didn't even melt, and expect them to come back.
Mm-hmm.
I said, but I came back and tried something else. I said, so in order for y'all to lax in the community, let me tell you some things to correct. Because I would never tell a person, don't come there, I tell them to come and try there. And when they call me and say, it was this, it was that, well, that's why I got to see you in the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm one of those people that I'm going to correct you. They didn't last long. You know why? They didn't take that advice.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
But I gave it to them. And that's just the God in me. It ain't me.
Yeah.
But that's just the God in me. And I'm an upfront person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. When it comes to color, I'll support you because I support what's right and what's comfortable. I go for quality, not quantity. You got to have quality. My mama said if it look good, it'll make a person taste it.
Mm-hmm.
They said, I don't like cranberry. I put it in the bottom of my dressing. I put that gravy in there. This girl was like, what did you do to that dressing and that cranberry? Because my brother ain't never ate cranberry sauce. Never.
Mm-hmm.
He's 40-some plus years. And he loved cranberry sauce now. Because it looked so delicious, he tasted. And it was delicious.
Yeah.
So my mama taught us that. So I go out and I eat, and that's what I believe in. And I don't go back if my food don't look right, my food wasn't cooked right. And I have a problem with Black people because when you say something to them, they don't come to the table and say, I'll just knock that off your bill or I'll pay for it. The meal is on me.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
They don't do that one.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I tell them too. I said, if I was somewhere else, they would have paid for my meal.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay.
So I don't go back.
Whoa!
Raheem.
Come on, talk to me, Willa. Talk to me. I know you got something for me.
Yeah. No, I just agree with everybody about you have to be conscious of your finances, especially today. You know, I was listening to you talk about when you know, some companies get your order wrong or something like that. Well, it's human to err, but it's divine to forgive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if they're not treating you in a way that is disrespectful or not great customer service, yeah, we can make the choice of not going back. Or either a company that I don't know if you guys remember before, but they used to say that Procter & Gamble was a company that was made through the Ku Klux Klan. Well, I wasn't too really sure about that, so I kind of researched it a little bit, and I found out that they did have some shares in it. So some of us chose to stop buying products that were made by Procter & Gamble. And so I do understand when you say, well, do you ever find a product that's only made by one certain company that you're forced to purchase it? Well, I understand what Badger was saying, because if it's a need and it's necessary for his survival, I can understand him doing that. But sometimes we could substitute things. I'm not going to, Raheem, do you think I'm going to support somebody that I know literally is that's an enemy against you?
Yeah.
And you're going to purchase stuff to support them?
No.
I gotta that one there has to really be a survival tool for me.
It rub you wrong,
That was something that but I'm like you. I don't know a company in the United States that, you know, all the competitors that are out there, they're challenging. That's why you got marketing to say mine is better, this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my answer is we have to be conscious of who we spend our money with.
Oh yeah.
And how much we spend today. And that's just from my heart.
Exactly. That's good. That's good. Annie from Mississippi, talk to me. Should we be a little more mindful as far as where we spend our money and who we spend it with? Annie, you there? Annie, wake up and go to sleep. Wake up and go to sleep. Tucson, are you there, brother?
Yeah.
Talk to me. Curtis, coming to you next.
We are the world. We are the children.
Oh Lord, he's singing.
I don't know the rest of the song, but you get the point. Y'all remember that song?
Yeah, we remember. Not the way you sang it, but we do remember it.
Well, you sing it then. We really gonna be confused. It's not the way you sing it. It's the attitude of the people when they started.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It was a spirit of unity.
Yes.
It had people from all different kinds of race and creed and color, and we were in a predicament that we needed to stand together. If we can ever get there. We're so far away.
Yeah.
Y'all think? Did I say something wrong?
Oh, in the neighborhood?
We're so far
Are
away.
we even in the neighborhood?
We're not even in the same. It's almost like we on different planets.
Okay. Wow.
For real. I mean, because we should have the same agenda, but we don't.
Mm-hmm.
And look what has happened. If we confused about it, what about our children and our grandchildren? Where we ushering them? We're the ushers of the next 3-4 generations. So now what?
Mm-hmm.
Look at how divided or far away we are from 2 generations behind us.
Hey,
They don't know
Toussaint.
how to even communicate with them.
Hey, Toussaint.
We just criticize their language.
King Future said he disagree and he said he highly disagree. He said that's the
It's okay.
problem. That's the problem. Trying to help everyone. Trying to see.
You don't
Trying
have
to mix with
You don't
everyone. He
have
said
to
trying
help
to mix with everyone. Mm-hmm.
You don't have to help everyone. You just have to help someone that you can. What sense does it make, Raheem, for me to go to Alabama or Chicago or to even Atlanta to help somebody when they got somebody right here in Mississippi,
Yeah.
in my own community?
Mm-hmm.
What sense does that make?
Mm-hmm.
If I can't help somebody in my family, what the heck I'm going to knock on your door and say, you got anything in your refrigerator? Can I put something in there? See how quickly when we don't agree we can discredit and try to dictate somebody else's conversation, what we interpret they mean. Mind your own business.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, look around you. And the closest person that you can help, just do that.
Yeah.
And if you can't help nobody, help yourself.
Exactly. And want everybody to call in. We actually using the phone line. So the phone number is 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. We only got about 8 minutes, so call in, no profanity. We're a spiritual broadcast here, so we don't use profanity, but you can certainly voice your opinion as to how you feel, whether you agree and or disagree with what we're talking about. We can definitely have the dialogue, but no profanities. 508-924-3521. Curtis, are you there? Curtis.
Yeah, I'm right there.
Curtis, should we be
right here.
Should we be a little more mindful as far as how we spend our money and who we spend our money with?
Yeah, we could be. And we should be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Without a doubt. We need to stop spending it with them.
Yeah.
Because they definitely not spending it with us.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion. Now's the time for us to be I almost hate to say it right here. Like I really do. I hate to say it, but now is the time for us to be a little petty.
Wow.
You said why?
No, I said wow.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Talk
I
to
don't
me.
have nothing to say, bro. I'm learning to keep myself under 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was asked, Curtis, what do you mean we? They said who they said who are you
Black
talking about
folks.
when you I know.
Black folks.
Something you don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know why. Man, y'all better leave me alone, man. Leave me alone, man. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Frank Logan, are you there?
Black and brown folks.
Yeah, yeah. Frank Logan, are you there?
Yes, I am, Raheem.
Should we be more mindful of how or where we spend our money?
Okay. Well, absolutely. We owe it to our children to be a good steward of our money. To leave them an inheritance. We owe it to them. Too many times we leave out of here, we don't leave our children anything. And the one thing that we definitely don't leave them is a roadmap on how to handle money.
Mm-hmm.
This is my youngest son's first year of high school, and his graduation for his middle school. Man, his parents was renting them Maybachs, Teslas,
Good Lord,
Hummers. I'm like, what in the world? I said, boy, you flying right in the back of my truck. I'm gonna take you. Not renting you no Maybach. Are you out your mind?
Mm-hmm.
They had man, $500, $600, $700 gym shoes on, because they don't wear dress shoes no more. They wear gym shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're teaching lessons on how to be wasteful. My father had a word for that. He used to call it enrich.
Yeah.
He said either they driving every dollar they got, or they wearing every dollar they got. You can look at them and see exactly what they worth.
Mm-hmm.
Go and get him a power. Sit down for a second.
And you go to these people's houses with this old money. These people that really got money, people that's really got money. Man, you see older cars in the driveway. You see them.
Okay, somebody that's got a conversation going on.
We can learn from them.
Mm-hmm.
But we owe it to them, Raheem, and it's that is the quickest way to get anybody to respect you, is you have to be self-sufficient. And you asked the question earlier on about the cost of, I don't know if it was you or somebody else, the cost of things, not knowing. Do you realize, and I couldn't believe this when I heard it, SNAP, that program, in one state, it was $32 million a week for SNAP.
Wow.
In one state, for 2 weeks, the governor said, I'm going to fund it. We don't need their money. It was $64 million for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We got to do better than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you look at it, $64 million, Raheem, do you really think that all of that money is going towards food?
No.
Anywhere?
No.
So they create a need, and then they embezzle probably 80% of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm around food trucks constantly. I'm not saying no $64 million worth of food or $32 million worth of food in 1 week.
No.
I've never seen it.
Not at all. Not at all. Let me go to Christopher.
So somebody lying.
Somebody lying somewhere. Yes, sir. Somebody lying somewhere.
Somebody lying.
Exactly. Christopher, should we be more mindful of how and where we spend our money and who we spend our money with? Should we be a little more mindful of that, Christopher?
Well, I believe we should. One thing that bugs me is what they.
Yes.
When I see these shows of these guys that make these products, You know what we're labeled as?
What's that?
Consumers.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they call us, consumers.
Yeah.
The consumer this, the consumer that. The consumer this, the consumer that. That's the label that's been placed on us.
Mm-hmm.
That we're consumers.
Yeah.
And from Africa to the African American community, we're known primarily as consumers. We're a market for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
We're a market for the Rolls Royce. We're a market for the cheapest. You know, it doesn't matter whether it's a Walmart or whether it's you're shopping at Chanel. You know, we're known as consumers. That's the narrative that we have to change.
Mm-hmm.
There's a product in everybody that's in this show. There's a product in you. You might not have thought about it, but there's a product in you.
Yeah.
And once you begin to make that product, I'm trying to still get on your thing to log in, Raheem, and buy your product. And I will this week. I'll go in there and purchase your product.
Okay. I appreciate it.
Because you have a product.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And when I purchase your product, I can say to you, Raheem, I think you could tweak it this way, you can make it this way, it can be a little better. But I purchase your product.
Yes. Yes.
So I think the problem with our community is that everybody else comes to sell the product to us. In the hood,
Mm-hmm.
the person that owns the corner store in the hood is not black.
No. No.
Because I lived in the hood. It's somebody from Middle East. He owns that store in the hood. He buys water from Costco, comes sells it in the hood for $1 a bottle.
Yeah.
When he buys a whole crate for $2.50, or he sell you a bottle for $1, and we buy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we are primarily consumers. That is what we have to change. From Africa to the African American community, we need to begin to find ways to produce products.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to begin to purchase one another's products. That we don't have this label, continuous label that's on us that we're consumers.
That's good. That's good. And what he's talking about, we actually have a pay-per-view that's coming up on the 23rd of this month. We have a pay-per-view, Praise in the Park. We did a Praise in the Park big event here in the Atlanta area, and Tucson and Willa was there. They came and they spoke, did a beautiful job. And it's going to be aired on the 23rd of this month. You could go to www.dkmmediagroup.com, www.dkmmediagroup.com. You're going to definitely enjoy it. It's a pay-per-view. When you get to the website, do it on your computer. It's a little more difficult to do it on your phone. But if you could do it on your computer, go to www.dkmmediagroup.com. Go to the top of the tab and hit the PPV. That's pay-per-view tab, and it'll take you through. And 2 minutes later, you're done. You've ordered it, and on the 23rd, it's going to air on the 23rd. So if you don't mind, we'd love to have your support. We'd love to have you to watch what we did. I think it was a great evening. I think it was a great afternoon. I think it was absolutely a great afternoon. We had a great time, and everybody was touched. Everybody was touched. So I want you to be touched as well. www.dk.
So I got a question.
Yes.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Just cut me off. It's okay. Just cut me off. www.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
www.dkmmediagroup.com. What's your question?
So I told my wife about it the other day.
Yes.
So if we order it now, is the only day it's going to view the 23rd?
Yes.
Or are we good to get it even after the 23rd?
It's just on the 23rd. You got to do your pre-orders and stuff like that, and get pre-order it. But it's going to be airing on the 23rd. But it's only going to be on that day.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be on that day. It's on the 23rd. And you can log on pretty much when you want to on the 23rd. So you ain't got to be sitting around and waiting for this or waiting for that. On the 23rd you can log in and you can watch it on the 23rd. but you can't watch it until the 23rd. Any other questions, anybody? Cool. Cassandra Alexander Green, what's on your heart? Talk to me.
Nothing. I'm tired.
You tired? What would you be? Look, I need you to muster up just a little bit more energy, Cassandra, because somebody joined this broadcast late today, 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock, even 9:30, and they say they talk about some great things today. I wish that there was a way that I could see this broadcast and see it in its entirety. Cassandra, muster up some energy. Tell them what they need to do.
If you've missed any part of the show and would like to see or hear it in its entirety, tune into DKMMediaGroup.com at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Once again, if you've missed any part of the show and would like to see or hear it in its entirety, tune into DKMMediaGroup.com at 3 p.m.
Good deal. Hey, Toussaint, she mustered up the energy, didn't she? She did it, boy. She did it, Toussaint. You must, I'm telling you, she did it now. You did good. Yeah, absolutely. Good deal. Anybody got anything else they want to say before we get out of here? Frank Logan. Frank, wait.
Yep, sir.
Frank, hold on. Don't go to it. I'm coming to you. I want you to pray us out today, sir. So hold on. I'm coming to you for the prayer today. Okay, but now it's time for the pledge. Let's do the pledge. Okay, Willow.
Ready.
K with an E.
Ready.
Cassandra. Toussaint. Who are we got? Frank Logan. And I know my sister Friday. Good deal. This is the pledge. And if you don't mind, repeat after me. And it goes a little something like this. It says, I will take this day.
I will take this
day
and be the best that I can be.
And be
the best that I can be.
Do the best that I can.
Do the best that I
can.
And help as many people as I can to do the same thing.
And help
as many people as I can to do the same thing.
I promise to do it with love.
I promise to do it with
love,
compassion, and the grace of God.
And the grace of
God.
Giving him all the honor.
Giving him all the
honor.
All the praise.
All the praise.
And all of the glory.
And
all of the
glory.
In the name of my Lord and Savior, Jesus the Christ.
In the
name of my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. And amen. Yes. Toussaint, what did you hear, brother?
Nothing.
Good Lord. She said you ain't heard nothing.
You know what they say, you know what they say. Empty wagons make the most noise.
Uh-oh.
I almost told you something, but I can't tell you
that. Willa. You know. I was just gonna try to see if I can make her lay her religion down.
Uh-oh.
I just look. She ain't gotta lay it down. She can come with it. It's more powerful.
Lord. Frank Logan.
Just know it ain't empty.
Oh, Lord. Uh-oh. Frank Logan.
Yes, sir.
Are you able to pray us out, sir?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, let's do it. Let's go.
Frank, say an extra one for our youngsters, our teenagers.
First of all, I want to thank you, son. I want to thank you for your spirit. I want to thank you for laughter. I want to thank you for joy. I want to thank you for lightening things up. It's so needed.
Is this a part of the prayer?
Father, I thank you. Raheem?
Go ahead.
Raheem.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Father, I thank you right now for this opportunity for us to communicate with you. Father, I ask right now, Father, that you cover each and every man and woman on this line as we come and as we go. Father, I pray right now that you burden us with the responsibilities that you put in each and every one of us, Father. Father, I thank you for the wisdom, for the love, for the maturity that is on this line. Father, I pray right now that you cause us to be patient with each other as you mature us, as you cause us to bump up against each other for iron to sharpen iron, as you purge us, as uncomfortable as it can be. We need each other. We need each and every person on this line. Father, I come against Badger ever feeling less than or not a part of, or separate or separated. Father, I thank you for the wisdom, Father, and the diversity he brings to this line. I thank you for the entire Ajame family, Lord. Each and every day, she allows her husband to come to us and to be with us every day, Father. I thank you that even this only 4 minutes that he's away, that you keep her and that you keep his daughter and you keep him. Father, I pray right now that Raheem understands that good is the enemy of great. And as good as TKM radio is, we're called to greatness. So we will not rest on our laurels. We will not celebrate yesterday. We will not talk about the victories that you had years ago, because this is a completely different time and new challenges. As much as we will petition to pray for our youth, I pray for our leaders and our adults. They struggle being great because the original's horrible. You can't make good copies with bad originals. So, Lord, I come against us turning up in front of our kids. I come against our language in front of our children. I come against them being our buddies and friends and taking the places of husbands that are not there. Regardless of the circumstances, they're your responsibility, and they're children. Don't put them in places of adults. Keep a child in a child's place, and a child will grow up respecting you. So I pray for the adults. We made decisions to have these children. Now let's step up and raise them. Well, Father, we're not afraid. We're called to this time. We're called to this generation of kids. We were purposed for this moment. Let us recognize the greatness in each other instead of us tearing each other down. We need each other. Together, we're that threefold cord that Scripture talks about. It's not easily torn apart. So, Father, we ask that we decrease and you increase in everything we do. I ask that my wife gets more of you out of our marriage. I ask that my kids see more of you and less of me in me raising them. And I pray help for everybody that's on this line. Father, I come against any challenges in Cassandra's building as far as food or health, and especially mental health. But Father, this is a place that we should celebrate because we know that you are still in charge. Regardless of what we see on Fox or MSNBC or CNC, you are Lord of Lords. You're the only one who's the Alpha and Omega. You are the beginning and the end. So we trust you. And I am one of those that believe everything that is written and scribed in the Bible. because you tell us to. And you also tell us the consequence of changing anything that you put there. So, Father, we thank you for this day. Once again, we glorify. We cross our arms across our chests and our legs as the angels would do, and we cry out, glory, glory, glory. Glory, glory, glory. We love you, Lord, and we thank you. And we pray these things in the unmatchable name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Thank you.
Amen. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Thank you.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Whatever the question, the answer will always be yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. And yes, Lord.
Yes, worthy. Worthy. Thank you.
I want to thank everybody for joining us. And more than that, I want to thank you for allowing DKM Media Group and Associates and the Morning Glow for being a part of your day. It is now 10:16. You're about to exit the Morning Glow. But before you go, I want you to do me two favors, if you will. One, I want you to continue to pray for us because we are certainly praying for each and every one of you. Number two, why this is real simple. I want you to go out there, find somebody, and give them a hug. Because you never know, it could be the only hug that they get, or it could very well be their last. Love you, and ain't nothing you could do about it. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. The wish on some lighting from the Morning Glow. Take it out there into this wicked and cruel world that we live in, and let your light so shine. If you get an opportunity, give somebody some love. You just might find some love in return. Won't that be a beautiful thing? Have a great day. Take care of each other. And please, please, please be blessed. Give somebody some love and truth. They would appreciate it. And I'm sure that you will as well. Have a great day. Talk to you tomorrow morning, if God says the same. Have a great day, y'all. Love you. Be blessed.
Welcome to the stage where hearts unfold in the morning glow, stories untold. Let's paint with words, a masterpiece of art, where dialogues bloom, igniting in every heart. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts, where waves of healing gently salt. Let's paint with words, a masterpiece of art, where dialogues bloom, igniting every heart. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts, where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch, in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. A symphony of voices, harmonizing the air, echoing truth, banishing despair. Let's sow seeds of unity, watch them grow in this garden of hope under the morning glow. Let's bridge the gaps, erase the line, in the tapestry of hearts let love shine. With every word, a step we take towards a brighter dawn for all our sake. Welcome to the morning glow, where dreams take flight in this realm of possibilities. Let's unite, together we stand, hand in hand, healing the nation across the land. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts, where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch, in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts, where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch, in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. Let's symphony of voices.